Welcome, everybody. What's up, friends? Welcome back to another YouTube Live. In today's live, we're going to be revisiting the best makeup of 2023, according to moi, all of my favorites from last year. And I'm going to let you guys know, are they still my favorites? Do I still use this makeup? Have they been dethroned? We are going to find out today, and we're going to have some fun together. And of course, I want to know if you're still using any of these favorites as well, and some of your favorites from this past year. But first, let's see who is in the live today. I see all of you guys hopping on. Hello, Jen. Hello, Lauren B. Watching from Pennsylvania. Yes, please let me know. Where are you watching from? I need to know. We have Saki. We have Jessica. Hi, Holly. We have Osaki is from Japan. Love it. Hello. We have some friends from South Korea here today. Sarasota. Hello, Yaima from Miami. Oh my gosh. Okay, we have Chic Brooklyn Betty, or Beauty, excuse me. We have Mary. We have Katie from Tennessee. Welcome, everybody. Dee from Michigan. We have Lady Miss G watching from NYC. Lumi from British Columbia, Canada. Oh my gosh, we have such a diverse crew today. Welcome, everybody. And I'm going to let you know right off the bat, I am surrounded with goodies and gifts for all of you because we're going to be doing some giveaways during this live. I've been saving so many little like gift sets and stuff so that we could do a giveaway extravaganza. Hello, Stephanie. Hello. I got Lumi. Oh, yes. Thank you, Holly. She says, don't forget to hit that thumbs up. I would very much appreciate that. Before we get into things, don't forget to hit the thumbs up. And if you're watching this on the replay, welcome, welcome. Oh, we have Amy from Dallas. Welcome. We have Amit Beauty Talk in the house. Yes. Happy holidays, everybody. I will mention right off the bat, I have several giveaways here. So I'm going to kind of do them throughout. We're going to see how this goes. And then I also have to give away to you all. You're not going to get this exact one, but you are going to be sent one. We are going to be giving away the Current Body LED Mask version 2. This is the new one. This is mine. And Current Body has very graciously, donated one of these for one of you guys to win today. So thank you, Current Body. That is very nice. They're an awesome partner to work with. And I love their masks. So we're going to be giving one of those away today as well. And all you have to do to participate in the giveaways is just like use the live chat. So I'm going to keep it hopefully as easy as possible. Okay. Let me see who else is here. We have Nina from France. Welcome. We've got Stephanie, Natasha. Okay. Love it. Okay. Love it. So what I've done is I have pulled up my favorites from last year, and we're just going to dive in, and I'm going to let you guys know. And I did kind of think about this before. So I have linked down below in the description box the collection, my old favorites, if you want to follow along with me, if you want to kind of see the products that I'm talking about. And then I also have linked some of my new favorites that I'm going to be mentioning in this video. So if you happen to be, if you want to follow along, or if you're watching on the replay, all of that is going to be down there. So give me a quick second as I go to share my screen here. And in the meantime, let me know where you're watching from. Say hello to each other and give this live a thumbs up. Okay, here we go. Can you all see my screen? I think you can, and I'm going to make myself smaller so that you can see this. All right. I'm going to click on each of these, but you can see this is just like the collections that I always, link to in my shop mind. This is where you can find all my favorite products. And these were the products that I said were the best last year. Okay, good. You can see. Thank you all for confirming. I appreciate that. Okay. Welcome, everyone. Oh my gosh, we have a good crew in here. All right, I'll get started. I don't want to make you guys wait. So the first one here, unsurprisingly, is the RMS Supernatural Radiance Serum. And I like to wear this in light aura, but I also really like the medium aura. The rich one is too rich for me, a little too rich, unfortunately. But I really like these first two shades. And I will say this. Oh, wait, hold on. I'm not showing the right tab. Look, I already messed up. I'm sorry, guys. There you go. You can see it now. I do use this a lot. This is one of my favorite, I guess you could say, it's not really a primer, but I don't wear a lot of primers to kind of get longevity out of my makeup. I find that if I just like use the right products that work for my skin, I get decent longevity. But I do like to sort of start off with many times, especially because I've got, some hyperpigmentation. I do like to start off with something that gives me a little bit of a glow. And that's what I get from this. And this also has SPF 30, which is nice. I do usually put like another sunscreen underneath because that's just a part of my skincare routine. But I like to use this especially where I get hyperpigmentation on the tops of my cheeks, and it gives me like a little bit of extra glow. So this is like top shelf for me. I have both of the shades over on my little like everyday makeup cart. However, there is another product that I would say I use just as much. It is a little bit different, but I basically use it for the same purpose. However, it does not have the SPF. And that is, drum roll please. That is, if it wants to load, the Dior Forever Glow Star Filter. Now, this came out this year. And if you watched my recent video where we chat about the 5 best and 5 worst products, according to me, from Dior Beauty, this was one of my best. This is one of my top 5. I love this stuff. I like to wear this in, I have 1N and I have 3N. And I would say this and the RMS and probably like the Chantecaille ones are the 3, maybe I'm forgetting one, but they're sort of like the 3 glowy primers that I use the most. I think that the Dior is probably the one that's like the easiest for me to mix into a foundation because it's like a little bit more of like a, it's not like as thick as the RMS. And I also really like the fact that the Dior comes in, I believe this is 10 shades. Yeah, comes in 10 shades, which is just like a little bit, it suits more skin tones compared to the RMS. So that's something that I really like about the Dior as well. And that's why I tend to recommend this a lot because I feel a little bit more confident that, people can find a tone that really works for their skin. Because with the RMS, you really just have that kind of like, pinky tone from the light aura, and not everybody wants a pinky toned primer. Some people want something warmer, more golden, if that makes sense. Let me see what you guys are saying. Hey, Maldal, she says, love the Dior Star Filter, but I would like to try the RMS with the SPF too. Yeah, I think I like the RMS better for when I'm not going to wear any kind of makeup and I'm just trying to look a little bit better. I'll put the RMS on. Like sometimes I'm just going to the airport, catching a plane, like I'm not really wearing any makeup. Maybe I'm just, having one of those no makeup days. That's usually when I go in with the RMS because I feel like it's a little bit less transparent, if that makes sense. Let's see here. Francine says, I just bought a ton of RMS products based on your recommendations, including that serum. Looking forward to trying everything. Oh, that's awesome. Let me know how you like it. You guys can be honest. Let me know what you like and what you don't like. Hi, Heather. Welcome. And Lumi says, when the Dior one came out, you did the best review, I think. Oh, thank you so much. And I was totally influenced and got it. Do you like it? I hope you do. I hope you do. Katie says, I've never tried the Dior one, but I love the RMS. Amy asked, does it give any moisture or just the look of glow? They both give moisture. However, I think that the Dior one is probably a little bit more about the moisture than the RMS. The RMS is not drying or anything. It's just like, it's giving you more of like that pearly glow if you go with the light one and a bit of that SPF, whereas the Dior one, it just feels a little more serum-y. So I would go with the Dior if you're like really looking to get more moisture out of your skin prep before you go in with, you know, like a skin tint or a foundation. Carrie says, good to know for no makeup days. Yes, I love these products for no makeup days. I don't know, I just like to have a little something on my face even if I'm not going to put on makeup. Jessica says, I love the Dior filter also. I got it because of you, Sophia, blushy face. It's so funny. Lumi says it helps to smooth out her pores. Okay. Heather says that the RMS has essential oil in it, and so she can't use it because maybe you're allergic, Heather, to that particular essential oil. It does have a little bit of like an essential oil scent to it. It's not super strong, but it does have a little bit of that in there. So thanks for reminding us about that. Sasha says, the Dior is on my wish list. It's so good. I have two of those shades, and I use both of them. So yeah, that's my first favorite. So I wouldn't say it's been dethroned. I would just say that I have another product that I also like to use in certain cases. So, all right, 1 second. Let's go back here. So the next one, and we're going to stay in complexion for a couple of minutes and chat about this. Well, I'll kind of go by category. If you want to skip around, if you have any requests, just let me know. So the next thing is the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Tint. And I still think that this is like one of my top complexion products for sure. I'm trying to think, like, I didn't put this in my top 5 luxury foundations video only because I guess I was trying to focus a little bit more on like luxury brands, but Danessa Myricks certainly is a high-end brand. At least I think so. I think $36 for this product, I think it's worth it because I think it's so good. If you've never tried this before, it's really, really hydrating. Gives a little bit of like a dewy glow, but it's not super greasy. It's not serum-y. It's easy to just like smooth on with your fingers. And I really like the hydration that this gives. It's a really, really good skin tint. Have any of you guys tried this? Oh, D says, I love this skin tint. It's literally the best. It's really, really good. And you know, I think everybody looks for something a little bit different when it comes to a skin tint. I look for something that has a decent amount of coverage. And so with this, I feel like I get enough coverage, but it definitely feels a little bit more every day, as opposed to the next foundation we're going to talk about in just a second. Holly says she doesn't like this one as much as the Tower 28 one. Which one is that? I'm blanking. Which one is that? Hi, Vanessa. You're taking a break from buying, but came to say hi. That's okay. You don't need to buy any of these. This is honestly just for fun, just to talk and geek out about makeup. Sheila says she got this one also because of my recommendation. Oh, I hope you are loving it. Emily says, do the colors lean yellow or the photos just look that way? I don't think that mine leans super yellow. Let me see. Yeah, so this is my shade, I believe. Number 2, fair skin with neutral undertones. I don't think that looks super golden. Yeah, you can kind of see here, like, if anything, number 2 is a little bit cooler, but certainly number 3 is a little bit more golden. Chime in, guys. Like if there's anybody here who has tried this and maybe if you had trouble finding a shade, there's 16 shades. It's not that much. I guess because it's a skin tint, they usually don't make as many. So, oh, okay. Mary says, I also use number 2 and it's depth neutral like my undertone. Okay, good. Good. I thought so, but you never know. um Chris is asking, I must be the, or she's saying, I must be the only person on earth who hasn't tried Danessa. I've been so skeptical of the brand. Why? Yes, I know it's hard to learn to shade match on a new brand. Do I need to try? I really like this product. I think with Danessa Myricks, like she's got some of her products are definitely for people that want to be really creative with makeup. Then she's got like the duochromes and the multi-chromes. And I really like those, even though I don't wear multi-chromes every single day. I really enjoyed the quality of the palettes that I have. And then what I think she's done, which is really smart from a business perspective, is that she has this yummy skin line where she has these just like really good basic products, complexion products for different skin types. And then she's been able to bring in the blushes and the low lighters. And those are things that can be worn more on like an everyday basis. So I think she's done a really nice job at bringing in some interesting, innovative formulas that are every day, but then also for like that makeup lover. So that's how I would describe her brand. I think she's done a pretty good job staying true to herself. Holly says, I enjoy her products very much. She's got a lot of education on how to use her products, very smart marketing. Yes, she does. She's got like all these different Instagram tutorials and I've watched them and they're very entertaining. So, oh, okay. Thank you, Chris. Okay, good, good. I'm glad you like that description there. Lumi is saying she likes the Danessa Myricks blushes. They're very easy to use on the lips and the cheeks. Janet says, I love this so much. I love this too. And while I wouldn't say that this has, I still use this, but there is another product that I think is somewhat similar to this. And this is what I have been using a lot recently. This is actually what I have on my skin today. So let me show you what that product is. Give me a second. It is the Sweet Glass Skin Foundation. This is such a good product. I think that this is somewhat similar to the Yummy Skin, but I think it has a little bit more coverage. It also is a little bit more of like a runnier texture. So I think you can build it up a little bit more. So I almost have been using this as like exactly what I said, a more full coverage version of the Yummy Skin. It's a great everyday foundation. Comes in a squeezy tube. It's got everything that I like about skin tints, but it gives me a little bit more coverage. It's such a good foundation. Are the shades sold out? 2 of them are sold out. I think I wear number 3. I'll have it. I think it's in the description box. So usually number 2 or 3 is what I wear. And they're always sold out, unfortunately. But they did restock some of these other shades. This is so good. Stephanie says they are always sold out. I know. I think it's just because it's popular, I suppose. I don't know. They're a smaller brand too. So I think that they always have to like pick and choose. Oh, do we restock the mascara? Do we restock the foundation? And, vice versa. So, Karen was saying she thinks the shades lean yellow. Oh, interesting. I don't find that the one I have leans super yellow. Stephanie says, I really want to try Swede. Heather says, I want to try the Swede tint so bad. I have the blush in Cheeky and I really like it. Yeah, I haven't tried a single thing from them that I haven't liked. They did send me their brow serum, but I don't really need a brow serum. So I need to give that to somebody. That's the only thing I'm like, I don't know. I don't know if this is relevant to me. So yeah, this is what I have been wearing instead. Hi, Sue from Melbourne. Oh my gosh, you guys, we have such a global crew on this. Francine says, I'm interested in Swede, but I haven't tried anything from them yet. They have everything from them I've tried is really good. I really like the eyeliners as well and the blushes. Everything from them is good that I've tried. But I haven't tried, I need to try some more things from them, more colors and whatnot. Lady Miss G says, I've been using the lash serum and I love it. Okay, so I've been using the lash serum as well. And I was very skeptical because I used New Lash and I used Grande Lash, and those really made my lashes grow. And I think that the Sweet is supposed to be like the, like the natural, like more clean version. And I was thinking to myself, like, oh, okay, is this really going to work? And I've been using it for a couple of months and I'm pleasantly surprised. I do think that when you use the ones that have like the questionable ingredients, or at least when I use them, I think my lashes are a little longer. But I'm actually very pleasantly surprised that the Sweet one does work really well. It does. And my lashes have not gone back to their like former length. They've like stayed nice and long. So anyway, that's my little spiel about the lash serum. I haven't really given a review for that. Anyway, hi Sarah B, welcome. Oh my gosh, we have a lot of people that joined within the past couple minutes. Welcome everybody, and please don't forget to give this live a thumbs up if you are having fun. And what I want to do now is I want to do the first giveaway. So give me a quick second. Let me make myself larger again. Dum, dum, dum. Say hello to each other. Okay, I'm reaching for the first gift. Okay, so the first giveaway is going to be the YSL Holiday Collection. Hopefully you can see that okay. I'm not going to touch it. I'm not going to swatch it, but I am going to just quickly show you what this looks like. So here is the eyeshadow palette. And this is Golden Lace. Again, I'm not going to touch it. I just got my nails done. Do they look good? Here it is. Absolutely stunning color story. Very neutral. Very neutral. Like it's not a new color story, but it's new for YSL. And then the Love Shine right here. This is in the shade. Is this the one that I have? I think this is my favorite, or one of my favorite ones. First off, look at the packaging. It's like a it's like a stocking. It's very like ooh, boudoir. And this is a beautiful shimmering nude. I actually use this color a lot. I wear it all the time. I have it in the like regular version. Okay, so I'm going to try out this new giveaway tool. So bear with me for a second, guys. I am going to create a giveaway here. Let me share my screen so that you can actually see it. And so just get ready in the chat. I'm going to tell you to type in a word, and then this thing is going to choose who the winner is. And then whoever wins, you just have to email me. Like that's how this is going to work, okay? You need to email me. I'm not going to email you because I don't know how to get in touch with you because you're in this chat. YouTube doesn't tell me your personal information, so you're going to have to email me. So anyway, okay, let me try this. Present. One second. Hold on one second. Oh, here we go. There we go. There we go. Okay. So to win the YSL collection, you need to type in hashtag YSL. So just start typing that in. I'm going to give you a second to do it. And there's going to be more opportunities, okay? So we're testing this out. It's my first time doing it, so bear with me, but I'm excited. There we go. I see you all. Get to that chat. Get to that chat. Thank you. Tyler made me some tea. Perfect timing. Okay. Let's go. Let's go. Oh my gosh, this is fun. We need to do this some more. Not every live will have this many giveaways, but I'm going to try and do as many as possible. And entering it in more than once does not get you more entries. The tool will remove the extra entries. Okay, all right, let me try this now. Now I'm going to draw. I've got 46 entries right now. Oh, this is so fun. Janet! Janet, you are the winner. Oh my gosh, this is so I need to get like some of those sound effects. I got to figure that out. Okay. I'm just going to pop my email in here. Please email me and I will get your information and I will send this over to you. So congratulations. Hold on one sec. Let me pop it in there. Okay, so my email is there in the chat. Please send that over, Janet. Hold on, I'm just going to take a screenshot here so I remember who has what. Fabulous. Ooh, I like this. This is great. Okay. And that's so nice of you all that you are congratulating Janet. I love how supportive everybody is. Okay. Lumi says, this is perfect entertainment after a day of work as a nurse or any role, I guess. Yes. It's great entertainment for me as well after a full day of work. So this is amazing. Okay. Hold on. I'm like giddy right now. Hold on one sec. I got to get back to the products. Anyway, oh yes, we were on Complexion. Okay, so for whatever reason, my link is going to Harrods, but it's right here. This is the Prada Beauty Foundation. I still really like this. I actually wore this foundation last night to like a little women's networking holiday dinner because this is my go-to for more of like a special event because this is quite full coverage. And what I usually do, and partially it's because I think the shade that I picked is maybe a little bit too light for me. I always mix this with a pump or two of the Dior Glow Star filter in the shade 3 because this is very luminous. It's really luminous, and because it's full coverage, I just like to thin it out a little bit, and that combo together, oh my goodness, what a holy grail combo. So if you happen, I'm not telling you to go out and buy both or buy one or the other, but if you happen to have both of those, I highly recommend doing that. One sec. Is this? Ooh, that's hot. Ooh, okay. I needed a sip of tea. Holly goes, yes, I love that combo. Room says, I need to try that. Lizette. Oh, hey, Lizette. Welcome to the live. Once I tried the Prada foundation, I was hooked. I really enjoy it. Rachel White asked, Prada versus Pat McGrath Labs foundation for events. Oh my gosh, Rachel, don't make me choose. You know I love both of these. I think that if you have the Pat McGrath, I don't think you need to buy the Prada because they're both very luminous. I feel like you can get kind of a similar effect. It's hard. I think if you like something more lightweight, maybe go with the Pat McGrath. But I really like the Prada as well. They're both fabulous products, but they kind of look the same a little bit after a while. Mary says, I don't have this one, but I tried it at Nordstrom and it is stunning. It's on my wish list. Yes, and they have, I think, more shades than what is shown right here on Harrods. They have a really good shade range and it's very long wearing, but it is very full coverage. So it's like something that I don't wear every single day. Amy says, the Prada is my holy grail so much that I picked up my winter shade. Oh, I love that I don't have to set it if I don't want to. Exactly. You really don't need to because it doesn't really like transfer. At least I don't think it does. Let's see here. Hey, Caitlin. Tracy says, beautiful bottle. Holly says, I just pulled this back out. Yeah. This is great, especially like, yeah, if you have a lot of events or like weddings to go to, I feel like this is a great companion for that. It's great. So yeah, I don't think I couldn't think of another foundation that I got this year that has dethroned this. Maybe the Pat McGrath is what I would maybe like use instead if I weren't to use this, but I couldn't think of anything that is exactly quite like this, that kind of fits in this category. So yeah. Um, okay. Great comments, guys. Let me see what else I have here next. Let's stay a little bit more. I'm going to show you both of the concealers here real quick. So the first one is the Armani Beauty Power Fabric Concealer. They reformulated this and they made it a little bit like more matte in this newer version. So this is rather full coverage. And then the other one that I said I really liked last year was this one, which is the Makeup by Mario Surreal Skin Awakening Concealer. And this is actually pretty full coverage as well. I really like this concealer. The trouble I have with this concealer is that it's a little hard to find my shade. Like the first one I got, I think was really, really light. And then the one I have now, it pulls a little olivey on me. And so I still haven't found the perfect match, but I like the formula. However, I think that between these two, I have found another concealer that's a little bit similar to them that I have been wearing a lot more, and it's what I'm wearing today. And that is it's loading. The Hourglass Vanish Airbrush Concealer. And this is not new. I don't know. I never tried it. I love the Hourglass powders, but I just never really tried as much of their, I guess, concealer and foundation. And this was actually gifted to me by Hourglass. So I said, okay, of course I'm going to try it. And I love it. I love it so much. You really only need a little bit. And it's very brightening. It's full coverage, but I don't feel like it's super heavy. I've really fallen in love with this. I think it's a fantastic concealer. It also comes in a mini size, it looks like. I have the full size in the shade Silk. Silk is the best one I think I've got. And Creme. Oh, maybe I need Cotton. Anyway, Silk is the one that I've been using and it works pretty well on my under eyes. The other one that I really like is the Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin Concealer. I used up at least 2 tubes of this year. So I don't think I'm going to repurchase. I don't think I'm going to repurchase the Armani one because I like these two better. And I would like to repurchase the Mario one, but the shade just isn't as good. So it's kind of forced me to not repurchase it. Although I would recommend it if you can find a shade that's good, just go in store to check it out. This one is even more radiant than the Hourglass one. So I tend to use this one a little bit more underneath my eyes. I think this one is a little bit creamier also. So if you have dry skin, maybe go with this. But if you want something really long lasting, I would go with the Hourglass. Let me see what you all are saying. Carrie says, I love the NARS Radiant and also the Armani Luminous Silk Concealer. The NARS ones are really good as well. I've been using those a lot this year. Aileen says, Sophia, try the Huda Faux Concealer. It's everything. Oh, okay. Thank you for that rec. Jane says, I have terrible dark circles, and then she's been using the Surratt in a peach shade and a shade that's a little bit lighter to kind of like brighten things up. Michelle says, ooh, the Hourglass concealer is my holy grail. Oh, It's really good. I think that the Hourglass concealer, it works really good with that hack where you put the Aquaphor under the eyes. You know how you take like the lip balm and you put it under the eyes and then you put the concealer on top? I really like that combo with the Hourglass because it's a little bit thicker. It kind of helps it to spread and it like thins out perfectly in like a really good layer. That's what I have on right now. Let's see. Mary says, I haven't found a concealer that I love. No, Mary, let's help her out. What kind of skin do you have? The chat will help you out. Oh my gosh. Janet says, I bought the Charlotte Tilbury concealer based on your recommendation, and now it is my holy grail. It's beat out my Chanel. Ooh, I haven't tried the Chanel concealers. Are they good? Which is weird because I really like the Chanel foundations. I just feel like I never hear anybody talk about the concealers, so I haven't really tried them. Aileen thinks that the Hourglass concealer is cakey. You really only need a little bit. That's why I think I didn't try it at first. I think a lot of people said that it was like cakey. And then as people used it more, they were like, oh, you just need to use a little bit. But it is more of a matte texture, so it's not going to be for everybody. Madeline says, I'm still hooked on my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer, oldie but goodie. It is so good. I have it in, I think, 3 different shades, and I bounce back to that all the time as well. Hi, Stephanie. Welcome. Oh, we have a good crew. We have a lot of people here today. Okay. Somebody requested, when I asked you guys on my Instagram, you gave me so many good ideas for YouTube lives. So I will be using some of your ideas. And this video was, I can't remember, I forget who suggested it. I have it on my phone, but somebody suggested this. And I said, that's such a good idea. So much more fun than me doing like a long video. Better for you guys to be able to interact. Okay. All right. So those were concealers. Let me just close out some of these tabs. And we will go back. Okay, let's do bronzers. So last year, I said that I liked the NARS Laguna talc-free powder bronzer. And I love this in, of course, the one that's sold out, Laguna 00. This is the one that was my go-to top recommended bronzer of last year. The other one was this one here, the Pat McGrath bronzer. And I have this in the lightest 2 shades. And I'm actually wearing the lightest shade today, which is, it was this one, Naked Desire, soft golden bronze. This was probably the first bronzer, I'm trying to think. This was the first bronzer that I used that kind of kickstarted my love of like really, really natural looking bronzers. Just very light. When this first came out, especially a lot of the promo photos, it looked so light. It looked like a setting powder. And then a lot of people tried it and realized, okay, no, if you're really fair, it's actually a very pretty natural bronzer. And I used it so much. And then I think my mom has the second shade, but she really likes that. And I used it so much. And then I saw that a lot more brands were doing the same thing, coming out with a bronzer shade that's really light, like the YSL, for example. And I feel like this one really kickstarted my love of the very, very natural bronzer, because in the winter, I need something very, very light like this. So between these two, I haven't been using the Pat McGrath one quite as much. I've been using, well, I haven't been using this one quite as much. I think that the NARS, I've been using this one more. I definitely use this one more. And it could just be the shade range. I think this shade range works for more people. And so, I don't know. I kind of like, if I see that my subscribers are really into one product over another, sometimes I lean into that direction a little bit more. I just think that these are so finely milled. They're now talc-free. They didn't mess up the formula. I think the shade range is really nice. It's one of the biggest bronzer shade ranges, I think, on the market. And you can see here, like several of the shades, in fact, the darkest shade and the lightest shade is sold out. So I feel like that tells you something. And for $40, I feel like this will last a really long time. But lately, what I have been using the most is this one, because this one came out this year. And it's the RMS one. Hold on, let me get to the right color. Okay, the Beach Walk Betty color. This is probably my most used bronzer this year, I want to say, especially if I'm trying to just get ready real quick. I'll just kind of reach for this because I know it's going to look good. I have a lot of bronzers and I do cycle through them quite a bit, but this is definitely the one that this year I've used the most. And the NARS I still really like. It's just, I don't know. I really like the tone of this one. I like the glowiness of this one. I think another good one that the past couple months I've been using a lot. Let me get to the site. Is the Victoria Beckham Beauty one. I actually didn't have this one in my list, but I want to chat about it right now. Oh my gosh, so many of these are sold out as well. I guess because of Black Friday and stuff, they must be sold out of a lot of things. This is another one I've been reaching for a lot lately as well, and specifically in the first shade, which, like I said, it's like this very very light, very pale bronzer shade, and then I'll use the second one to contour a little bit. It's not so warm. It looks warmer here in the photo, I think, especially that second shade. I've been using this a lot. So I kind of use this when I want more of like that matte look, a little bit more like pristine, maybe doing more contouring. And then for more of like that, oh, glowy kind of effortless look, I'll use the RMS. So I wouldn't say those other two, I don't stop liking them. It's just these are the two that I feel like I've used a little bit more recently. The Victoria Beckham Beauty is just so easy because it has two shades in it. Although I think that with Pat McGrath, maybe it's because she just hasn't launched anything recently that excites me. I tend to forget about the makeup that I have from her. Does that happen to any of you? I have reached into my Pat McGrath blush collection recently. And I keep saying to myself, I keep forgetting how good the blushes are. They're really so beautiful. I used one of them for I used a couple of them for my Marie Antoinette Halloween costume, if you saw me post that on Instagram. And they're so beautiful. They are really good, but because she's not like launching a lot of new stuff and I'm not really reviewing it on my channel, sometimes I sort of forget about that makeup and then I don't use it as much as I probably should. Let me see what you all are saying here. Holly says, I've been wanting to pick up the Victoria Beckham Beauty. Julia says that her shade has been sold out for months. So bummed, dying to try. Yeah, it does seem like they've been sold out a bit, right? And then they restock and they sell out again really quickly. Yes. Stephanie says, I love the Victoria Beckham Beauty bronzing brick. Michelle says, I haven't tried anything from RMS yet. I want to try the bronzer and the blush next year. I think that's a good place to start, Michelle, because those are some of their best products. Heather says, I use the Victoria Beckham Stilo in Marble as a cream bronzer. Do you go through it rather quickly, though? Because you don't get that much product with those, unfortunately. Tyga says, RMS hit it out of the park with Beach Walk Betty. I like it as a general cheek color, blush and bronzer. Absolutely. You can definitely do that. Absolutely. What else are we saying? Reforming Beauty says that she likes the Tom Ford Terra because you are biracial and the more neutral undertones, with more neutral undertones and lean more olive. That makes sense that the Tom Ford would be better for you. That's a good match for you, it sounds like. Chic Brooklyn Beauty says, my absolute favorite bronzer release this year has been the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Bronzer. I never tried those because they looked really warm, so I was a little bit nervous, and I already had so many bronzers that I was reviewing and whatnot. I pumped the brakes a little bit on that one. Oh my gosh, this is so hot. Hold on one second. I gotta take the lid off of this. Oh, I've just burnt my mouth twice. All right, let's see. BF says, Westman Atelier is my go-to. Sits lovely on glowy foundation. Vanessa loves the Gucci bronzer. Carry On also loves the Gucci bronzer in shade 01. Very unique, cooler tone with some rosy undertones. That is correct. Lizette loves the Armani bronzer. It has become one of my favorites as well. Maybe I need to try this. Chelsea says, bronzer is my absolute fave product. Shamefully have too many. Victoria Beckham, Gucci, Tom Ford, and Chantecaille, my faves. The Chantecaille Sunstone bronzer. That was the one that I used a lot this year. I liked that. I was on a whole Sunstone kick for a while when that first came out. So good. Okay, I think maybe I need to try the Armani bronzer. Do we want to do another giveaway right now? Should we do another giveaway? I really want to. Do I have the YSL bronzer? Yes. I don't know if you're asking me, Karen, but yes, I have the YSL bronzer. I have 2 shades, and I really like those too. I need to go back to those. I think a lot of people felt that they were a bit warm, and it didn't bother me, but because a lot of people said they were warm, I didn't wear them as much on my channel, but I do wear them quite a bit, just like in my day-to-day. Oh, okay. All right, let's do another giveaway. Give this a thumbs up. Give this a thumbs up. Okay, hold on. What do I want to give away next? Let me move my tea. What do I want to give away? All right, because we are looking at Victoria Beckham Beauty right now, I'm going to be giving away this stunning... Oh, hold on. Let me make myself big again. Okay. My baby hairs do not want to stay down. Just look good for like another hour, please. Okay. Here is a Victoria Beckham Beauty eyeliner gift set. Let me show you what this is coming with. So here's the box. Okay. Boop. Here is the gorgeous set. I feel like this camera isn't focusing as close. And then this comes with 5 of the beautiful satin Kajal liners. These are in the jewel formula, so they're going to be a little bit more shimmery. This is kind of like a holiday set, so I think that's what they were going for. And then you're also going to get the Vast Lash Mascara, which is like their volumizing mascara, really good. And then you're also going to get a little pencil sharpener made in Germany, I believe. Very good quality. So this is the gift set. Let me just put this back in here. And then the hashtag that I want you guys to put is going to be VBB, Victoria Beckham Beauty. Let me share my screen and I'll show you what I want. Oops, hold on. Keep it coming. Put it in the chat. But I am going to share my screen real quick just so you can see what I want. So VBB, Victoria Beckham Beauty. Hold on. I'm not sharing my screen. Here we go. I tried to make my thing bigger and I messed it up. Okay. You guys are getting it. You're getting it. Okay. Keep it coming. I know there's a little bit of a delay, so that's why I'm like dawdling here. I want to let you do it. Okay. Woo! na, 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 na. Let's give away another gift set. Okay. All right. I don't think it's case sensitive. It shouldn't be. It's just like it just looks for a word. Okay. All right. All right. I'm going to start collecting comments. There are 38 entries. Okay. We're getting a couple more in. Okay. Thank you guys for your participation. Okay. I think, oh. Okay. Let's draw. Drum roll. Who's gonna win it? Oh. Liz, you are the winner. Okay, I hope that I'm not shouting into the mic. Sorry if I am. Okay, congrats, Liz. Once again, I'm going to put my email here. What you need to do is you need to send me an email, preferably tonight, so that I can, get your information and everything. I want to make sure that I get these to you all. So, hold on, let me take a little screenshot there so I know who won what. Want to make sure everybody gets the correct gift. Whew, this is so fun. Okay. If you guys have any other ideas for different types of giveaways or whatever, just let me know. Okay. Next up. JC. Okay, hold on. I got to read this. JC goes, I need to hear you do the SpongeBob fanfare again, Sophia. Yo, so many of you did not comment on that. Where are my millennials at that watch that video? Okay. Da, 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 da. I know. I have like a very goofy sense of humor. And I reference like random cartoons that people don't remember. But thank you. I very much appreciate that. Do you ever have like inside jokes with your siblings, things that you watched as a kid and nobody else gets them? And you're like, is this just us? Anyway, all right, let me bounce back over to the list. Okay. I also shared last year the Jones Road gel bronzer. And I haven't used this that much this year. I still think it's a good product, but I think part of it is that so many new liquid bronzers launched this year. Like we had the Say, we had the Makeup by Mario. There were a lot. I actually made a whole liquid bronzer video at some point. And I think that's why I didn't really use this all that much, because I really like the one from Say Beauty. So I've been using that one more. But truthfully, I use powder bronzers so much more than I use cream bronzers. Like I'm always reaching for a powder bronzer unless I'm doing an all cream type of look. Even if I'm using a cream blush, I tend to use a powder bronzer more often. So this one, I feel like, I guess it has been dethroned. And there's only 3 shades as well. So it's tough. If there's only 3 shades, it's like hard for me to recommend it because there's not as many. Yeah, Janet goes, plus a lot of bronzy drop products came out this year. Exactly. Like there's a lot more competition this year. A lot more competition. Stephanie says, the Makeup by Mario liquid bronzer is lovely. Caitlin says, me too. Powders are so easy. Aileen says, I prefer cream bronzer. I've been loving the Dior stick. Oh, I use the contour stick a lot. I really like this one. Some of you are saying that you haven't tried anything from Jones Road. Like for those of you who have, what kinds of products do you like? What do you recommend? Because There's some good products, but I haven't tried everything. Patsy says, never tried liquid bronzer. Do you use it all over the face? You use it wherever you would use the powder bronzer. So you could put it on like, like tops of the cheekbones and just blend it out across the forehead. You wouldn't put it like all over your face. However, you would just, just use it as like a regular bronzer. Wherever the sun hits your face, that's what I usually do. If it's like a stick, that would be an easier situation where you could put it more so in the contours of the cheeks if that's the kind of look that you like. Okay, sorry, you guys are saying some funny things. Chris goes, I love cream contour and powder bronzer. Cheryl's says, CL everything, skin tint, blush, bronzing drops. Oh, I haven't tried those. Francine says, I also like the Chantecaille bronze gel tint. Me too, although is it always out of stock? I feel like that's one of the products that's always out of stock, right? Yes. I feel like it's always out of stock. A lot of you guys are saying you like this CL stuff. What is this? Hold on, let's look it up. 1 second. CL. CL Cosmetics. Okay. Looks nice. What am I looking for? This. The blush duo? No, that doesn't sound right. Conceal and protect. Looks like blush is a big thing for them. A lot of liquid products. The Complexion wardrobe. This looks like a really nice brand. What are you all saying? Just started using the CL foundation. It's so nice. Sophia, green bottle. Oh, it's this thing. It's this. Oh, well, that looks bougie. Does it not? Bronze and Protect SPF 50. Maybe I need to try this. Is it glowy? Julia says the CL skin tint is really great. Oh, wow. Okay. Lady Miss G says it's a serum foundation, a little like the Patrick Ta, but not as glowy. Heather says, I heard the skin tint is amazing. Oh, they have it at Sephora, Jane says. Okay. Maybe that'll be something I try next. Maybe that'll be a brand to try in 2025. Okay. Oh, Holly says it's all liquid due to the SPF concentrations. Okay. Elizabeth says, I've been hearing really good things about CL. Sophia, try it and let us know what you think. Okay, maybe I'll try it out. Kelly says, I love CL, everything. Ooh. Karen has a question. She says, Sophia, can you recommend a powder contour? You know what? I haven't found a powder contour that I enjoy all that much. I go back and forth between the Westman Atelier and the Dior sticks. And I've tried, like I have the Wayne Goss one that has the bronzer and the contour. That one pulled a little bit gray. So I mostly use the bronzer. And then I used to have, was it like the Kevin Aquan? That one also was really gray on me. So I don't really, I just use like the one that's in the Victoria Beckham Beauty Duo. That's the only one. That's the only powder contour I think that I use, to be truthful. I don't have anything good to recommend. Everyone's saying Kevin Aquan contour. It just looked too gray on me. Maybe it's because it's a powder and like I need to buff it in more, but I decluttered it a couple years ago. I just like the look of the cream better if it's in that cool tone. I don't know. But that it sounds like a lot of people like the Kevin Aquan one. So maybe that one would be good. Ooh, good tea. Okay, let's see. What else do we have next? We talked about CL. Okay, let's move on to blushes. This next one is not available anymore. It was, I think you can see my screen here. It was the Hourglass Jellyfish palette. And actually, I would say that this one has been dethroned because I like the palettes this year better. I think this one has probably been dethroned by the Dragon palette because that one is sort of fair like this one. And I've been using the Dragon palette way more than I've used the Jellyfish palette. And I think a big thing is that I like the bronzers more this year than I did in some of the previous years. So while I still think that this is like a nice palette, I do think it's been dethroned by the Dragon and the Evil Eye, but mostly the Dragon just because of like the actual colors that are in this specific one. So I would say that that one's been dethroned. Carry On says, I have the Dragon palette. I love it. Lauren B says, I love Jellyfish, but I love Dragon and Evil Eye even more. That's how I feel, Lauren. Amy says, I've really made a huge dent in the Dragon Chef's Kiss. I pull it out quite a bit. Even if it's just for the finishing powder and the bronzer, sometimes I just pull it out for that and I don't even use the blushes, but I just use some of the powder. Sarah says, I feel some regret for not getting the Dragon. I have the Lotus and the Evil Eye. Tracy says, I've purchased so many Hourglass palettes and I just don't use them enough to spend the money anymore. I think I'm better off with the singles. Yeah, you know, if you're used to using singles, sometimes like if we're not in the habit of pulling out a palette, then it's just never going to happen. Yeah. Aileen says, I purchased the Snake last year and I barely use it. Patsy says, I love the Dragon palette, the best one they've released so far. I think for fair skin tones, it is one of the best that they've released so far. I agree. Yeah. Padma says, I absolutely love my Evil Eye palette, but the gray bronzer bothers me. Do you need something warmer, Padma? Because yeah, it is a little bit more neutral this year. Justine says, I love the Evil Eye colors. Chris says, I love the blushes in the Evil Eye, finishing powders and highlight more in the Dragon. Okay. So Barb is asking, do you have any info on when Hourglass is going to make their Dream Edit Quad available? What is that? What's the Dream Edit Quad? Should I look this up? Let's see. Hourglass Dream Edit. Is this it? Oh, coming soon. Okay, so what's in this? This all-in-one palette features covetable ambient lighting bronzer in Lunar Bronze, along with 3 brand new shades, including finishing powder, blush, and highlighter to diffuse, enhance, and add glow to complexion. What? Okay, hold on. Maybe this is a better photo. Maybe this is a blush? Okay, so it's a finishing powder, a highlighter, a bronzer, and a blush. Okay, that makes sense. This looks more like a blush in this photo. And it looks like a really nice blush, to be honest. Should I get this? This is interesting. Why is there only like 2.5 stars? Everyone is literally giving this bad reviews because they're saying bring it back and they're mad that it's out of stock. Everyone's saying it's not available. This is truly my dream palette. It is perfect. And please make it this permanent because I would keep buying this forever. I love this. This is hilarious. These are pretty fresh reviews. These are from like Black Friday week. Oh my gosh. Wow. People really want this palette. Oh my goodness. Hold on. Let me see what you all are saying. Barb says it was sold out for a quick minute, but then they took it off the market. Or it was sold for a quick minute. Chris goes, haha, that's so ideal. Swirl it together and it's prob perfection. Holly says that resembles the new Chanel. Yes, it is kind of like those lightish colors, right? Wow. Amy says, this was the sneaky release and remove. Who knows when it will come back? How do I not know about this? I guess I just saw that they did another palette and I was like, I cannot. I'm exhausted. Karen says, I like the look of that. Yes, everybody is saying that this appeared and then briefly vanished. Maybe what they did is that they did kind of like a test to see if anybody would buy it. And then they went and they're producing it again. I mean, if it's sold, they're probably going to do it. It's probably going to come back. Tyga says, I've been pestering Hourglass about the Dream Edit. They say it's coming back. It is the best one they've ever made. So why is this the best one they've ever made? I need to know. Is it because it's like perfectly neutral? Is the bronzer warm? I think it said lunar bronze. Which one is that? What I need to know, guys, why is this the best one? I mean, obviously this is only going to cater to certain skin tones because look at that finishing powder. It's like very, very pale. Rachel says, I love the neutral look. Tyga says, if they make this, but also 2 or 3 deep sets too. You know what? Maybe that's the case. Maybe they launched this as a litmus test, and then maybe they're going to come out with a couple more different shades. That would make sense to me. Doesn't make sense to just launch this thing on its own. I would be so insulted if it didn't work for me or something and everyone was saying it was the best one. They probably had to recall something on Dream Edit. Hard to imagine they produce such a tiny run. It's the best because we can't get it, lol. Ah, that's hilarious. Yeah, it's the best because it's not available. Ah, that's so funny. Tyga says it's perfect because they are new colors. Jen is saying she has the original Hourglass 6-pan unlocked palette, and that was the best one. Well, the first one they launched had 5 pans, right? I think I had that one, and it was good. I used it up because this was like long ago before I did YouTube. I literally used it up, or at least the finishing powder, and then it kind of got all gross, and I was like, okay, it's time to retire this baby. Okay, Barb is saying, I bet they're making deeper shades. I heard a rumor that it was released by mistake and it was really meant for spring 2025. Who knows? Yeah, it must have been a mistake, a mistake, I say in air quotes. Okay, well, thank you all for educating me about this. I did not know. I didn't know about this. Let me see what the next one was. Okay, I think I'm going to split this up into powders and creams because the next one is blushes. And last year was the year of the RMS Redimension Hydra Powder blushes. And I can't say anything has dethroned these because these truly are my most used blushes. And specifically, where are you? Not this one. This one, Maiden's Blush. This is the one I use the most. I've used it a couple times this week already. It's just my perfect shade. It's so good. I love this shade. And I will say, I think that, I like my Hourglass blushes, and I've been using the Kosas ones a lot as well. Those are really nice, especially if I am doing kind of like a quick 5-minute face because they're glowy. These are a little bit glowier. And I wouldn't say one is better than the other, but I do tend to use the RMS ones just a little bit more. Maybe because I've had them longer. But I love these. I love them so, so much. Tracy says, what brush do you like to use for the RMS products? Oh, so many. But one that pops into my head immediately is the BK Beauty Dense Bronzer Brush. It's a little bit on the bigger side, but that's what I like to use. That's one of my favorite face brushes from them. Also, the Refer, is it the number 4? The cheek brush from them is also really good. That's going to be a little bit smaller. But I think if you had the BK Beauty Dense Bronzer, you could use that for both bronzer and blush. It's a really good brush. Yes. Amy says, I think I have 8 of these. French Rosé, Crystal Slipper, Cure Royale. Jen says, I hope RMS comes out with more muted, glowy blush tones. That would be a dream. I bet they will. I bet they will come out with more. Just like how they extended the lipstick range. Lauren B says, I have 6 of the RMS blushes. Bohemian Girl, Crystal Slipper, and French Rosé are my favorites. Lizette says, I have 5 of these and they are so good and very pretty. Amit says, the RMS blushes are beautiful. I reach for mine all the time. Chic Brooklyn Beauty says, unpopular opinion, I didn't like their blushes. I got Maiden's blush and thought it was just okay. There are some people that don't like this like very glowy formula. I've had plenty of people tell me that they don't like them, which is fine. Francine says, I have 2 of these and I love them. Maiden's blush and Hanky Panky. I think that those are my 2 favorites. I think that those are the 2 that I like really think of when I'm like, oh, okay, that's like something more unique compared to my other ones. Yeah. Holly says, Crystal Slipper and Maiden's blush. Those are her faves. Katie says, I like French Rosé too. I want to try Maiden's blush. Oh, Caitlin says, could I use my A507? Yes, that's like the slanted one, right? Yes, that's perfect. You can definitely use that. I would just recommend buffing it a little bit because that one's kind of dense. So if you want it more diffused, buff it in. But what I really like about that brush is you really can kind of tap on the color first because of the shape. And it like lifts the face. That's a good brush. Jen says, I wish their refill pans had better cases though, so we could switch them out with our main case for environmental reasons. Hee hee. Oh, I see what you're saying. So you could kind of switch it out and you could almost like save the refill and then just like pop the refill into whatever case you have. I see what you're saying. Beauty BFF says, I wish RMS and Rhode were sold in Sephora. RMS used to be sold in Sephora. They're now in Ulta. They kind of like pulled out of a lot of retailers and now they're slowly going back into retailers. I don't know the strategy behind that. I don't like know anything about that, but it's just something that I've observed that they just like weren't in a lot of retailers for a bit. I don't know if they're going to go back to Sephora, but I think a lot of these brands, they give up a lot of margin to these companies. So they have to really be careful which ones they work with. And there's a lot of requirements as well. So they might not be able to, you know, move at the pace that they would like to. So yeah. Yeah, Sasha's saying they're at Ulta now. Yes, indeed, they are there. Amy says, Maiden's blush is like the perfect bronzer blush or whatever the kids are calling it. Haha, yeah, I know. They're probably like making up some new word for it, right? Holly goes, but you can't use Sophia's code at Ulta, winky face. Yes, that's why I usually link to the RMS site, just because it's confusing if I tell you I have a code and then you go to Ulta and then it doesn't work. So that's why I usually go to the RMS site, because you can get the 20% off. But if you have like the points, like go and get something at Ulta. Let's see. Man, you guys have a lot of comments about these blushes. Oh, wait, hold on. Aileen says, Sophia, have you tried Brilliant Nude Blush from Hourglass? What is that? What is Brilliant Nude Blush? I have a couple of nude blushes. Let's look this up. Brilliant Nude Blush. Is it called Brilliant Nude? Oh, it is called Brilliant Nude. I don't think I have this one. It does not look like the thumbnail. Like the variant here looks so neutral. Is this new? Should I try it? Let me know. Let me know. Oh my goodness, we have a lot of people in this live. Make sure you give it a thumbs up. We might have hit a record now. I'm not sure. I think that doing the lives a little bit later might be working better for us. Okay. Okay. Let's see. What is next? Okay, so we're going to do the cream ones next. And I'm just going to share this tab so you can see all of them at once so I don't have to click into all of them. So the first one was the Rare Beauty Soft Pinch Liquid Blush. If I'm not mistaken, I think last year was the year that I actually tried these for the first time. I was a little bit late to the game. I was a little bit late. And I specifically have listed here the shade Virtue is the one that I liked. Sorry, I'm laughing at these things. Rachel goes, excuse me while I break away mid-live to buy the BK Beauty Dense Bronzer Brush with your code, lol. Sorry, you guys made me crack up. I get distracted. Anyway, the Rare Beauty blush in Virtue, that's a good one. I also said the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk Matte Beauty Blush Wand in Pillow Talk Pop and Dream Pop. Oh, so good. Such a good formula. And then I also said the Danessa Myricks, let me scroll, Yummy Skin Blurring Balm Powder Flushed in Prima Donna and Jubilee. These are all really good products. I think that the Rare Beauty blushes, the liquid ones, are still some of the best ones. I think she has just so many colors. She has the two different formulas, the matte and the glowy. And yeah, it's just good. It's like a good price point. I can't say that those have been dethroned. I think if somebody were to ask me, hey, like I want a liquid blush, what should I get? I probably would point them there first. But because a lot of people, they feel like these are maybe a little bit too pigmented, that is when I normally point them to these new ones. These are the Hourglass Unreal Liquid Blush. And the color that I'm wearing today is this one. And I actually have all of these, and I didn't think that this was going to be one that I really liked as much as I do. This is such a pretty shade. It's a rose. It looks so romantic. It's so beautiful. I love this. I put this on. I only had like a couple minutes to get ready. And I put this on with something very simple on the eyes, just like probably one shadow and mascara. And it was so pretty. And I love this color. I like all of the colors, to be honest with you. But this was one that just kind of surprised me. These are nice. These are more serum-y. I don't think they're quite as pigmented. I think they're a little bit more friendly in that regard if you're kind of nervous about adding too much blush. They're a little bit more expensive, but I think they give that really beautiful kind of watercolor, more sheer effect. The only thing that I don't like about these is that in order to dispense them, it's a little like little squishy button on the bottom of the component. So you like turn it over and then you squeeze it out. And I find it very hard to do with long nails because you don't have fingertips, you just have the nail tip. And I find myself like poking and it takes a second to get it out, but you really only need a drop or two, thankfully. So that's good. That's good. Beauty BFF says, I hate the Hourglass packaging. Yeah, that's the only thing I don't like. That's the only thing I don't like. Holly says, I like a more buildable liquid because I'm so fair. Exactly. I think a lot of people, they don't like the Rare Beauty because they're very pigmented. And especially on TikTok, I get comments from a lot of people being like, oh, that's not pigmented when I show a lot of luxury beauty. And they're like, oh, it's so cheap, it's not pigmented. But there are people out there that don't want things that are that pigmented. A lot of times, it's not about the pigment. It's about the formula. It's about, the way it goes on to the skin. It doesn't have to be super pigmented, and you can make things buildable for different skin tones as well. Let's see. Patsy says Armani is so user friendly and it's not too pigmented that you end up looking like a clown in no time. A lot of you guys are saying you like the Phytosurgence ones. I have a bunch of those and they are very good. Madeline says, I'm fair and I purposely seek out sheer products. Yeah. A lot of people do. A lot of people do. So Kelly says, I've seen one YouTuber mix these liquid blushes with a little bit of her foundation. Looks so beautiful and toned down. That's a good tip. You can do that. In fact, a lot of times I put my foundation on the back of my hand and then I apply it. And then I have some left. And then I put this on top and it does end up diluting it a little bit. So you can sort of like use that little residue on the back of your hand. Holly goes, I'm taking notes over here for a new wish list. Yeah, this would be a good thing to put on like a Sephora sale wish list. I think I bought 4 of these and I didn't get them on sale. I paid full price. And then Hourglass happened to gift me the other shades, which was very nice of them. But I think I bought like 4 of them at Sephora. Sharda says, loving the Dior Glow Maximizer on my tanned skin. That's another good one too. Padma says, love the idea, Sophia. Now buying red blushes, lol. I like red blush. As long as I shear it out a little bit, I love it. And I really like the Rare Beauty red blush in the shade, I think it's called Grateful, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I love that one. Let's see what else you all are saying. Chic Brooklyn Beauty says, I bought the DMB holiday set with the cream blushes. Such a good value. What is DMB? What is DMB? Oh, Danessa Myricks Beauty? Is that it? With the cream blushes? Okay, yes. So we have to talk about those. I think that the Danessa ones, let's go to here. Yummy Skin. Cream blush. So I recently got some more shades of these because number one, I think one of the Sephora sets came with Rosé and Brunch. And that shade is a little bit more everyday. And then I got the gift set to review for my like gifting series. And that one has some really good shades in there as well, including Red Velvet. And I think it was called like Spiced Latte or something like that. It's like a pumpkin shade. And so I didn't wear these too much this year, but recently I have because I like those new shades a lot. I took the Red Velvet one because it's a mini. I took that one with me to Paris and I actually wore that one several times as just kind of like a red, little bit of like a red flush and like a very simple eye. So those have been a favorite this past fall, winter since I got those new shades. But I would say like in general, in terms of cream blush, I've mostly been using the Westman Atelier ones. I've been getting a lot of good use out of these. And I'm on Sephora right now, but they have the shade Mimi, and that's the one that I wear the most. Yeah, I don't believe they have it on Sephora. It's like an exclusive to their site. Mimi and Garcon are the ones that I wear the most. Those are the two I keep going back to a lot for every day. And I've been using the Merit ones more a lot too. But that's more recent because like I didn't have any of them previously. So the Westman Atelier, especially because I got that little mini set, I've been using those a lot. I get so many mixed opinions about Westman Atelier. It's so fascinating to me. Like people either love this brand or they're like, oh, I haven't tried anything that I like. I feel like it's all overpriced. It's such a divisive brand. It's fascinating to me. Shenanigans says, just bought Merit today. What did you get? What did you get? Holly says, Westman Atelier, is it pronounced coquette? Is so pretty. Oh no. Megan says, Clé de Peau is discontinuing their cream blushes. Maybe they're coming out with something new, though, because they really should. Like, Clé de Peau should be, they're the kind of brand that would come out with a fabulous cream blush, and they do have a really good formula, but maybe they're trying to revamp it to take advantage of this whole cream blush trend that we have going on. Doris says, I use Westman Atelier shade Petal with Dior blush and lasts all day. Oh, so you layer them. That's a good idea. Forgotten Coffee says, I love Garçon. It's so good. It's so good. Francine says, I love Mimi too. Vanessa asks, how's the red blush from Westman? Oh, I got this one. It's really good. I don't wear it as much as Garçon, but I really like this one as well. I think it's my Sephora haul video. I did a demo of this one if you want to see how this looks like on me. Beauty BFF says, yes, the set that had Danesso Rosé and Brunch had Lawless Cream Blush in Angel, which I love along with Westman Atelier Petal. Yes, that was the set that I got it in. Exactly. Exactly. That's why I have it. I kept that. I didn't keep everything from those sets because it was just so much, but that was something that I did keep. Oh, my tea is a good temperature, finally. Kelly says, I want Garçon. I want Garçon. It's such a good one. I waited until that Sephora sale, though, to get those because they are so expensive, $48. That was like my little treat to myself in the Sephora sale. Because Lord knows I don't need them, but I have been using them. Julia says, how do they compare to Merit? They are totally different. They're totally different, I think. These are more of like a creamy, more pigmented formula, whereas the Merit are a dewy formula. They're more sheer. And what I've found with the Merit is that it's really important not to like apply too much, and I don't like drawing it on my cheeks. I think that it's better if you go in with a brush and kind of stipple it on to the tops of the cheekbones. And that's how I like to wear it. And I've been wearing them more for very light makeup days. I don't think that those like dewy Merit products really work as well if you're looking for like a, soft matte, like more full coverage type of look. And I don't think they're really designed for that. Butterlight asks, how do they compare to Rhode? So I think that the Rhode ones are more like creamy, like they kind of melt onto the skin when they're swatched. And they're also a little bit glowier, whereas I don't really see that from the Westman Atelier. Like it's more of a flat color, and they're more expensive. I can't remember how much the Rhode ones are, but they're a lot less expensive. Forgotten Coffee says, I find Westman Atelier more long-lasting than Merit. Yeah, I think because it's a dewy formula, like it's not going to last as long because it's dewy. Let's see. So, oh wait, hold on. I was looking for Patsy's comment. Patsy says, I apply Merit after I have powder blush to add a bit of sheen. Oh, that's interesting. Almost as like a blush topper, so that it's more of like a natural highlighter, so you don't have to go in with a highlighter. Reforming Beauty goes, I draw and go heavy-handed with my Merit blushes. Yeah, but what are you wearing underneath? Because for me, like all my hyperpigmentation and rosacea is right there. So I need to be careful when I draw it on. It like wipes everything off. So I like to just stipple it on. And then I find when I do that, it looks really good. And they have new colors coming out, which we're going to get to in just a second. Shenanigan goes, y'all are so creative. Yes. The power of the live. You all have such good suggestions. Oh my gosh. Elizabeth says, hello from Tasmania. Love your videos. Hello, Elizabeth. We love you too. Heather says, I want to try the Victoria Beckham cream blush in mini skirt and playground. She has a lot of good shades, a lot of good neutral shades. Okay, I think we need to do another giveaway. Do we need another giveaway? Because I have one that's related. And this one is good. This one is good. Let me see some emojis. And give this live a thumbs up. Okay. So it is a Merit gift. Let me just show this. This is a big one, by the way. I have this one. This is an extra one they have provided for me. So, because you may have seen me post this on Instagram. So, Merit is coming out with new flush balms. I'm not quite sure when. I asked them, so I'll keep you updated. But they're coming out with new flush balms, and the shades are chef's kiss, really beautiful shades. So, actually, hold on. I don't want to open this one, so let me get mine just to show you. My bad. Okay. So it's going to come in this little set, and it says Merit Les Bonbons. Les Bonbons. So they look like little candy bonbons. And it comes in this little box, and you get every single shade of the Merit blushes. And when you get them, they're like this. They're upright, but I put mine upside down so I could read the labels because I was getting them mixed up. So when you get them, it's gonna be like a gorgeous array of bonbon, okay? So you're gonna get every single shade. How cool is this set? When I opened it, I was like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to give this away. And then in addition, you are gonna get the new Merit fragrance, Retrospect, which I really like. I've been using it since it came out. And then you're also going to get the little Merit makeup bag, which you could use as a purse as well. Okay? So, oh wait, hold on, one more thing. You're going to get the book. This goes with the fragrance. It like matches. And it's like a little coffee table book. It's wrapped up, so I'm not going to open it up, but it's just like a nice little coffee table book, and it talks about the fragrance and all that kind of stuff. Okay. So what I want you to do is hashtag blush. Hashtag blush. I'm going to give you a second to do it while I set it up. Hashtag blush. Everybody blush. Giveaway blush. Okay. Share this tab. Where are you? Here we go. Blush, blush, blush. I hope you all like these products. They're basically all the things that I like, so it shouldn't be much of a surprise. All right. Let's go. Let's go. Let me do this so we can see how many entries we have. We have 40 entries, 41 entries, 43 entries. If you have just joined, all you have to do is put hashtag blush in the chat, and then we're going to draw a winner live. That's all you have to do. You don't have to you don't have to follow me anywhere, like a post or whatever, although do like this live if you have a second. Okay, we have 52 entries. You all really want this gift. Okay, 57. Oh my gosh. It's nice to see some of you who, I know not everybody can be super active in the chat, so it's nice to see some names here. Welcome, everybody. Okay, we've got 63 here. There's going to be more. If you miss it, there's going to be, I have more stuff here to give away. Okay. Are we ready? Drum roll. Skylar! Congratulations, everybody. Give it up. Ooh, give it up. Ooh, you are the winner. I see you in the chat. I see you in the chat. Okay, so once again, you got to send me an email and remind me what you won. And I'm just going to get your mailing contact information and everything. Let me hold this up so I can remember who won what. Okay. Perfect. Can't wait for you to get this. Can't wait for you. You guys are the best. Okay. All right. Sip of the tea. Minnie is napping away. She's napping through all of this. She's a very happy cat. Yes, congratulations. Okay. We are on to highlighters, which, oops, clicked something. Okay, here we go. We are on to the highlighters. And I have 4 highlighters on here. The first one that I have is, unsurprisingly, the RMS one. I still use this one quite a bit because it's such a practical shade. It's in Prosecco Fizz. The only thing I don't like about this is I don't understand why they only have 1 shade. They should have more. So RMS, if you're watching this, you need to make more shades of this. It didn't really make a lot of sense to me, but I do really like this. I do still reach for this pretty often. I haven't used highlighter that much this year. Did anybody else feel that? Oh, hold on. I'm not sharing the right tab. Here we go. I haven't used highlighter that much this year. And not because I don't like it. I think it's just because I've been using more glowy blushes and then maybe I feel like I don't need it paired with laziness. And there's that minimalism trend. But I'm getting back into highlighters, especially with the new Chanel palette. I am wearing that on my cheekbones right now. Show you. I put the Hourglass blush and then I put the Chanel on top. So I've just been using those powders to top all my blushes. So I have a feeling I'm going to be getting more into highlighters this year. It's kind of reignited my love of highlighters, but I wouldn't say that the RMS one has necessarily been like dethroned, but I haven't been using them as much. One highlighter that I do want to give a shout out to is the Dolce & Gabbana one. Dolce & Gabbana Luminizer. This one. This is a really nice formula. I think Dolce & Gabbana did a really nice job with their powder products, and I feel like a lot of people aren't talking about them. I kind of wish that this came in multiple shades as well. I don't think that it does. Why is it like so small? Well, you guys can see it. The packaging is beautiful. The only thing about this is that some people were having some issues where it would show up and it would be broken. That did happen to me, but then they just shipped me a new one. I think they improved it. They must have improved it in some way or improved the packaging. So this is one that I just want to give a shout out to because I do think that this is one of the best highlighters / luminizers of the year, especially if you're looking for something that is just like really, really smooth. If you go to my Dolce & Gabbana video, I review not every single product, but a lot of their products. And I compared this one to the Chanel Rêve de Camellia highlighter. And it's more of a champagne tone, like it's more golden, but it's just as smooth. It's just as smooth as the new Chanel palette as well. So I do recommend this formula. Jen says, if anybody is in LA, Dolce & Gabbana is doing a beauty console at the Grove for free. I've always wanted to go to the Grove. Hi, Maria from Uruguay. Welcome. Yeah, Heather says she didn't get the Dolce & Gabbana because I heard it broke when shipped. And you don't have anywhere that sells Dolce & Gabbana. I think I just ordered mine from like Nordstrom so that I just knew it was fine. Like I just got a replacement. It wasn't a big deal. Maria says, I want to try it as well. I missed the Chanel Rêve de Camellia. This might be a good one to check out then. If you don't mind the slightly different tone, the Rêve de Camellia is more pink. Sharda says, is this better than the Hermes? I don't think you can say it's like necessarily better. It's certainly cheaper than the Hermes. And the Hermes ones are like the new one that came out, that's limited edition. I think that this one has more of like a buttery feel to it. Like they put more emollients into these formulas in addition to their blushes and the bronzers from this line. So I think if you like something that has more of that creamy type of look on the skin, this would be a good one. The Hermes is a baked formula. It's more like an airbrushed look. I think they're both good. It just kind of, I don't know. It's hard to describe because the experience of applying them is different. But once they get on the skin, I don't know how much people can tell the difference. Like they both look really good. Chic Brooklyn Beauty says, also the Dior liquid luminizers have been so good. It really seems like a lot of you like those. I like them too, but so many people have mentioned those. Lauren B says, I just got the Dolce one and I love it. The color is really pretty. Yes, it's so good. Vanessa says, I love the highlighter in the Tom Ford Contour Duo. So underrated. Are you talking about the cream one, like the clear one? That is such a classic product. Yes. Oh, Chic Brooklyn Beauty says, I also discovered the Chanel Balm Essential this year, and I'm obsessed. Those are kind of like the glossy ones. So the other ones that I had here, I also had the Chantecaille Real Glow Cosmos, which I don't think you can get anymore. And that's kind of sad because that was a really good highlighter. And then the Dior one, which came in Coral Cruise, which also was limited edition. And I have so many of these Dior ones. It's like, I'd kind of just like reach for whichever shade works with the look that I'm creating. They came out with a new one. I got one of the holiday ones. I like it just as much. I thought the Coral Cruise, though, was one of the more unique ones. I'm glad that I got that one. I also put the Clé de Peau one on here. And I almost want to like take that back. Because if you saw the holiday ranking that I did with Jennifer, this was like a couple weeks back. I think that I would love for them to keep this formula. I don't know if I click on it, if I'll still be able to see it. No, it just goes to the Clé de Peau homepage. So I have to just enjoy this little photo right here. But I just think that like the tone is a little bit too like white and frosty. I wish that they would make these. They do have other versions of them, but they all kind of pull very frosty. So I like the formula of this, but I haven't really been using this one all that much. I haven't really been using these much at all. I don't think I'm going to continue to purchase these unless they come out next year for holiday with something truly different because they're so expensive. And there's other things that I enjoy from Clé de Peau. So it's like, okay, maybe not this, maybe something else. Heather says, I really enjoyed the Katie Jane Hughes cream highlight. That one is super pretty. And the powder was, Tom Ford SN Rose from last holiday. Oh. Carry On says, Beautylish still has the Cosmos highlighter from Chantecaille. Okay. The Cosmos highlighter is very good. It's very good. Padma says, what is happening with Tom Ford Beauty? They have no direction whatsoever. It's so true. I don't know. I don't know what is going on with Tom Ford. Like they're releasing new things, but it all just seems so disconnected. And then they just keep coming out with new quads. It's like, okay, what's the vibe? Where are you going with this? Maria says, I love my Tom Ford Grand Paradis. Ooh, I don't have that, I don't think. Wendy says, yes, the Tom Ford Cream one is wonderful for dry skin. I used to use that religiously until I got the Westman Atelier, and I think I just prefer the stick formula a little bit more. Hi, Katya. Say hello, everybody. I know a lot of you guys subscribe to her channel, Katya Beauty Style. We chatted about her on the last live, so she knows about us now. Welcome. She did a wonderful review of the new Chanel collection. So welcome. Holly, I'm going to try this. I like what you are describing. Yeah. I think right now the Chanel ones in the new palette, those are the ones that I just know I'm going to get a lot of use out of those. Even though a lot of people said they didn't like the palette, that's okay. I like it just because I end up using those a lot. But yeah, those are the highlighters that I had last year. Let's keep moving. Let's do, I'll go back to the lip products, but I'm going to go over to, I have a separate collection for eyeshadows. So these were the best eyeshadow palettes of 2023. And you can see the first couple there are all the YSL Mini Couture Clutch palettes. And I still really like these. I don't think I have found anything that is quite like this in terms of the formula. So I wouldn't say that these have been dethroned. I'm trying to see, I made like a list of other things. I wouldn't say these have been dethroned. However, when it comes to quads, I think that I've been using my Hermes ones a little bit more lately, or this year, I should say. I feel like I dipped into these quite a bit. And maybe it's because I just really like the shiny metallic shades in here. They only have a couple in stock here on the page that I'm at. View details. I really like the new one for fall. That's been the one that I've used the most because I like the mix of colors. But YSL came out with some really good ones this year. Some really good new shades. Let me click over to these. Comment in the chat if you like these, which shade is your favorite? I think for me, I have almost all of them. I don't have this one. I think my two favorites are Stora Dolls and Over Noir. I think those are my favorite. I really like the Over Noir. It's such a gorgeous smoky palette. Like this one really surprised me. I'm going to have to pull this out and do like a New Year's Eve look or something, even though I have no plans for New Year's Eve. Maybe I'll do a live and we can do it together. But I really like this one. I really do. I haven't used Babylon Roses as much. I feel like in general, I haven't used a lot of pink shadow this year. So maybe I would say Babylon Roses, which was listed, has been dethroned by Over Noir. Because it's just so striking. I love this palette. So Heather says, I don't have any of the Hermes palettes yet, but I think I would like the shimmers more than the YSL. I'm not into the super glittery toppers, but I love the other shades in the two I have. Yeah, I think if that's the case, Heather, I think you would like the Hermes ones a little bit better. Tracy says, Stora Dolls. Holly says, Babylon Roses is my least favorite. Oh, Katie says, Stora Dolls. Karen says, it's my favorite too. Oh, Francine says, I wanted Stora Dolls, but it didn't show up on me, but it looks beautiful on my sister. Okay, so maybe it's like a little bit too light for you. That's too bad. Well, Over Brun is a good one that's a little bit deeper if you need something like that, but it is a little bit more kind of neutral as opposed to the cool. Tyga says Overbrun. Padma says 300 and Overbrun are my favorite. Which one is 300? Oh, Casbah Spices. Ooh, yes. Michelle says Store Dolls. Everybody loves Store Dolls and Overbrun, I feel like. Justine, Store Dolls. CP McClure 2, Store Dolls. Stephanie says Casbah Spices. Lizette says 710. Which one is that? 710. Overbrun. That one is your favorite. Mama Bear 04 says number 500. I don't remember the names of these. Which one is 500? Is that the blue one? Maybe that's the blue one. Palmarie Skies, I think it's called. Katie says, I really want to try an Hermes quad. I know they're so expensive, but I do really like them. I love all of them, especially the fall one and then the blue one. The blue one is the one that I get the most compliments on when I wear it. Maybe because it's like more striking. So Carrie says, I have the Hermes Ombre Fumé and I love it. Oh, that one is so good. Thank you for reminding me of that one. It's so good. Okay, so yeah, if you have Over Noir, you don't need the, I think it's right here. Yeah. The Hermes Ombre Fumé because they're kind of similar. Oh, this one is so good too. See, I love these videos because then it reminds me of the makeup that I want to pull out and play with. So good. Julia asks, how do the Hermes do with deeper skin tones? I feel like they would do well. I think it just depends on the palette because these formulas here are like a high shine metallic, so they pop on most skin tones. And then you would just have to ask yourself, like, does this shade, like, is this shade something that you feel like you would wear? So they're not as sheer as like a Chanel, if that helps. They're not super light and sheer. They're a little bit more pigmented. Let's see. Holly says, okay, that's the Hermes palette I'm getting. Julia, okay. You're welcome. All right. Which other ones did I have here? 1 second. I'm like the tab switching queen. All right, I had a couple of Dior ones. I have Amber Pearl, Rose Tulle, and then I had the holiday palettes from last year. I think the one that I gravitate towards the most is this one, Amber Pearl. You know, I had a lot of Dior palettes in this list last year. And I have the list for this year. I'm going to be filming this video hopefully tomorrow. I just planned it out. And I don't think there's any Dior palettes this year. Okay, hold on. Backstage doesn't count. There's a Backstage palette in it. But I've been liking the Backstage palettes better than the Quince lately. I like this Amber Pearl one. I'm looking at what they have here. I also have this one. Amber Pearl is probably my favorite one from the main line. And then everything has been limited edition. So it's like it comes, it goes. And then sometimes when that happens, unless it's really special, like the Hermes one I just mentioned, it's like I kind of forget about it. It's not like they're just repeating a lot of different types of shades over and over. So I would say that like these Dior ones, all of them have been dethroned by the Backstage ones. Like these are the ones that I keep using on oops, I clicked the wrong thing. On a regular basis. I know that they have a couple here on Sephora. Yeah. This one, Warm Essentials, And then this one, Smoky Essentials, are the Dior palettes that I've been using the most, certainly in 2024. I just used Smoky Essentials the other day, I think. I just used that one recently. And then I used Warm Essentials a lot this summer. This was my everyday palette for a bit. This was like, oh, I'm in a rush again. Guess I'll use that. That's what this was. Karen says, I have 2 of the limited editions that I love, but I haven't been interested in any others. Stephanie says, Smoky Essentials is beautiful. Brooke says, Smoky Essentials is a great one. It really is. It really is a good one. I like, how come it didn't update on the page? There we go. Yeah, it's just so pretty. The top row you can use for something light. The bottom, the middle row's got some medium ones. It's just a perfectly balanced palette. Patsy says, I hope we get more cool tone color stories next year. You know, I've heard that warm tones in general are popular, but then so many of my subscribers tell me that they want cool tones. I'm just curious. I'm like wondering why that is. Like, why is this like a biased sample where maybe like a lot of you are more cool in undertone? I would love to know why. Like, why do you want the cool tone shadows? I feel like when I was younger, cool tones were more of a thing. And then as I got older, I feel like a lot of palettes were warm. Do we have preferences from different generations? I don't know. I'm just like so fascinated about it. Tracy says, Backstage has been a lot better since the reformulation. I think that I feel like the Backstage ones have been better and the Quints have been worse. Yeah, Tyga says, still annoyed at Dior for messing with the formula of the shadows. Same. I'm so annoyed. I really don't like it. If there are color stories that I'm really intrigued, like I will continue to review them, and especially if I get requests, but I am annoyed that they mess with them. Beauty BFF goes, the 110 Hermes palette would be purposely knocked off my bathroom counter by my cat for sure. Oh my gosh. My cat, not this one, the young one, Luca, he has broken 2 cups within the past week. Last night, I wake up and I hear a little rustle. I'm like, oh, maybe he's playing with his cat puzzle. Next second, I hear smash. He loves to climb on the counters and like inch off the cups, I can imagine. He likes to put his little paw in like every cup that he can find. And yeah, I had to get up and clean up a bunch of glass. He is, I can definitely relate to that. He's not allowed in this room though. That's why. He's not allowed in this room. Tyga says, why do cats knock things over? Because it's just like their hunting instinct. Like Minnie has no hunting instincts at all. She is a little teddy bear. She doesn't care. She doesn't want to knock anything over. She just wants to be in her own little spot, comfortable. But my other cat wants to like hunt everything. And so I don't know, they see things and they're curious and they're like, oh, what happens if I go like this? And then they just knock it over. I just knock it over. Nadine says, love my cats, naughty creatures. Beauty BFFs. They like to play with and torture their prey. Padma, maybe because he's still a kitten. Yeah, we're hoping he like calms down a little bit because he's so hyper sometimes. Okay, so Kelly is saying, I know you finished with blushes, but please tell me if you would recommend Chanel Grenade Profonde or Westman Garçon. I know they are very different, so curious about both. Well, I think you'll get a pretty similar look from both of them, but the Garçon is just a much like more subtle color. The Grenade Profonde is going to be more of like a berry. It's going to be a lot more vibrant. I really like it. I like berry blushes, but Garçon feels more like a neutral. It's like if you took a berry blush and then you mixed, you know, a little foundation in it to make it more neutral, or I added a little bit of brown to it to make it more neutral. So I think it just is like, what do you have in your collection? Do you want something that's more of a pop of color, or do you want something that's more of like, I guess would go with different eye looks? Because a lot of times I do my eyeshadow and then I pick a blush to match the eyeshadow. I wouldn't do that with Grenade Profonde. I'd be like, oh no, this is what I'm wearing. It's going to be a blush look. So that's how I would think about that comparison. Chic Brooklyn Beauty is asking, how do the cream to powder blushes compare with OG Armani Neo Nude? I never tried those. I know exactly what you're talking about. I've never tried that. Some of you, hold on one second. Nadine says, I love the cream to powder formulas as long as they don't reformulate. Well, I would sure hope that they wouldn't. They just released them. That would be so annoying. Patsy says, oh, I'm curious about the Chanel cream to powder blushes too. I have a review of every shade. So if you want, you can check that out. I really like them. I really like those. Did I put that on my best of list? I feel like those will go on my best of list. I need to make a note of that. Now I'm like, oh shoot, did I put them on there? I didn't. Wow. Dodged a bullet there. Okay. Let me see what else here. A lot of you guys are talking about your cats. Yeah. Reforming Beauty says, I have 2 cats from the same litter. One is a mini cat and one is a Luca cat, and they are 4.5 years old. Yeah, my cats are literally polar opposites. Chic Brooklyn Beauty says, I really want the peachy beige one, but I'm afraid it won't show up on my skin. I'm BD51 in Chanel. Okay, hold on. What is that? Let me see. Chanel foundations. I'll just pick one and see what tone that is. BD51. I don't think it's going to show up. I think like I'm B10. I'm up here. Oh, I am not sharing this tab. I'm sorry. Sorry. It opened up in a new tab. Yeah, so like you are BD51, dark medium golden undertone. So you're kind of in the medium, and I'm up here, light shade, neutral undertone, B10. I'm like a B10 or B20. I don't know. Yeah, it's a very light shade. I like it for what it is, but it's really, you said you're BD41 in the dead of winter. I don't think that would be the first blush I would recommend for you. I don't know if that would be the first one I would recommend. Yeah. Are you guys talking about the Valentino? I see Roman Sky here. Yes. Where were we? 1 second. Let me go here. Back to, you know what? Let's do another giveaway. Hold on 1 sec. Another giveaway. Get ready, fam. Okay, let me pick another gift. Pick another gift. Okay, this next one is going to be Hourglass. And there's a lot here. So this is the Hourglass giveaway. The first thing is the Vanish Airbrush Primer. Make some room here. You're also going to get an Hourglass Scattered Light eyeshadow in the shade Reflect. Love these. They've been around for a while, still a fave. You're going to get 2 of the Unreal Liquid Blushes. These are in the shade Scene, which is that really light pink shade. I think it's the lightest one. And Moment, which is more of a nude. So 2 wearable shades. You're also going to get my favorite, or one of my favorite mascaras. This is a tubing mascara. It is the unlocked one. I wear that a lot. My mom likes that one too. You're also going to get 2 of the eyeshadow sticks in Moon and Galaxy. And then you're lastly going to get one of the Phantom Volumizing Glossy Bombs in the shade Slip, which is a beautiful rose. Okay? So you're going to get all of this, okay? Sharda goes, better than Santa. You guys are drooling over these. Okay. Oh, I love the emojis here. This is so good. Okay. All right. Are you ready? So the hashtag is going to be hashtag Hourglass. Hashtag Hourglass. Pop it in. I'm going to set up the drawing while you do that. Okay, see you guys. All right, let's go. Let's go. Keep it coming. Hold on, I got to start collecting these. Okay, it's working now. I had to refresh it for a second. We got 46 entries, 47 entries. Ooh, which gift is going to be the most popular? It's going to be popular. Let's go. I know there's a bit of a delay, so I like to give everybody a chance. Get in your submissions. Doesn't matter if it's all caps. Doesn't matter if it is all lowercase. We just need to put in hashtag Hourglass. Oh, we got 61 entries here. Let's go. Let's go. Okay. Are we ready? Okay, I think we're ready. I feel like a lot of you got it in. Let's go. Drum roll. Who's it gonna be? Ivar. Hopefully I'm pronouncing your name correctly. You are the winner. Oh my gosh. And you just snuck yours in. That's hilarious. Okay. Yay. Make sure you if you weren't here before, make sure you send me an email. I'm putting my email in here. And we're going to exchange information so that I can send this to you. Congratulations. Yay. This is so fun. This is so fun. Awesome. Okay, so just send me an email and I'm going to remember who won this. Okay. Yay. Love it. Actually, let me see. Because we've been here for 2 hours. I think I'm going to do another giveaway right now. Let's do another giveaway. How about that? Okay, so the next one is going to be Chantecaille. Let me get these. I want to make sure we get through enough of these before it gets too late, because I know some of you probably got to go to bed soon. So not me, I'm a night owl, but some of you have to go to bed soon. Okay, so here's what we have from Chantecaille. So we have one of the mascaras, the very expensive but really good Chantecaille mascara. So iconic, very famous. We also have, it's kind of like a full face kit. Not a full face, but it's like complimentary kit. This is a eyeliner in the shade Jasper, which I believe is just like a neutral. I think it's a brown. I'm not going to swatch it. Yes, it's like a chocolate brown. So you're going to get Jasper. Does it want to go back into the thing? Trying to embarrass me on my live. Okay, so you're going to get the eyeliner in Jasper. You're also going to get a lip product. This is in the shade Camellia. This is the Lip Chic, but it's the ones that come in this packaging. And this is a very beautiful, like light rose. These are very nice. I have a couple of these. Really beautiful formula. So you're going to get a lip product. And then you're going to get what I think is one of the best single eyeshadows. This is from the Mustang collection. And this is the shade Mustang. So you get this cute little packaging. And then this is just a very shimmering nude that you can wear as like a one and done. This collection was pretty popular. And then, because I know I have so many of you that love cool tones, I also included this one, which is the Rhino. I know a lot of people like this one, so I was like, okay, we'll do Rhino. And that's what that looks like. And I know that, like, I don't know why, but my camera, I think I have it on a setting so that it like stays focused on me like this, but you can sort of see that iridescent shimmer. So, all right. Okay. Carry On says, Rhino is a gorgeous color. It is a very beautiful color. Okay, so what do I want the word to be? Let's do hashtag Mustang. Hashtag Mustang. That's what it's going to be. So get your submissions in if you want this Chantecaille gift while I set up the drawing. All right, hashtag Mustang. Oh my gosh, you guys are fast. Let me show you the, there we go. Oh my goodness, you all are ready for this. We have a lot of entries. Oh my goodness. 78. Dang, you guys want this gift. Okay. Oh my goodness. So many of you are ready. You're ready for this. I love seeing all your faces and names as well, even if you haven't chatted in the chat yet. Okay, I'm going to give you another couple seconds because there's a delay, I know. Hashtag Mustang. Get your submissions in. Okay. 100. Yes, can we get to 100 entries here? Someone goes, Merca. So funny. Mustang, ... Sally. Oh, sorry. I go to click on these and there's so many people that, okay, we've made it to 100. Some of you are entering twice. It does take out the duplicates, but that's okay. I love the enthusiasm. All right, are we ready? Because we have 102 entries and I feel like that's a lot. Okay. Drum roll. Who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be? Let's go. I won a Rocky. Congratulations. You have won the Chantecaille set, the most popular one so far. Amazing. Oh my gosh, congratulations. So I won a Rocky. Just email me. I'm going to put my email here. Email me and we will coordinate your gift. Carry On goes, you will love it. I think so. Yeah, I thought this was good because it's like, okay, you can do an eye look with these and the eyeliner, the mascara, and then the lip cheek and everything kind of matches. So that's what I was going for. Oh my gosh, this is so true. Yeah, Wick goes, I'm just glad I didn't have to spell Chantecaille. That's exactly why I didn't do that. Because sometimes I can't even spell Chantecaille, okay? So, yes. Yeah, we're all agreeing. Okay, so Let me take a little screenshot here. Just so I have peace of mind. I know I could watch this back, but it's just easier for me because it's like a 2-hour live. I appreciate you all. Okay, so I'm going to do one more, then we're going to finish up. Then we're going to do the current body mask. Sound good? Sounds good. Okay. I'm just making sure I'm not missing any. Yeah. Okay, so this next one is going to be a body care one. These are all of my favorite products from L'Occitane. Let's just open this up so we can take a look. Why don't we? And I'm going to make some room on my desk. These are, whoa, oops. This is going to be a whole gift set that I have curated for you. There's going to be the almond shower oil. This one's going to be really annoying to ship, but I'm going to do it anyway because it's very heavy. The almond shower oil. Then we have the supple skin oil. So this is after you get out of the shower, you put this on your body and that's like your moisturizer and it smells like sweet almond. I love it. It smells so good. Then you're going to get a hand cream, but not just any hand cream. You're going to get the jumbo size. Hey, look at this. It's going to last you all winter. You are going to be so moisturized with this hand cream. And this is the shea. This is the shea, but this is the classic one, the shea butter. You know what it is. You all know, whatever. I don't know why I'm going into detail. And then I put a couple little like minis in here. Like there's a little soap in there as well. And a sample of their overnight cream. This is like their fancy skincare line. Okay, all right. So this is the L'Occitane set. I love body care. And I always use the L'Occitane products. Okay, we're not going to do hashtag L'Occitane because once again, it's harder to spell. I think what we will do is hashtag almond because it's like the almond body oil. So hashtag almond is what you're going to do. Get your submissions in. Get your submissions in. Let's go. Let's go. Okay. Hashtag almond. Oh my gosh. I hit it and I already had so many submissions. Here we go. You guys can see. See, we're doing them sequentially, so y'all are ready. You are at that computer or phone. Oh, Minnie just woke up. You want to say hello? You want to say hello? I know you're going towards your food. Okay, here's what we will pass the time with. Isn't she so cute? Yes. She looks kind of annoyed, but she's not. She's chill. She's going to eat the rest of her food over there. Okay. Get in your submissions. Do it. Let's go. Let's go. I would play music, but I'm pretty sure I'd get like demonetized or a strike or something like that. Maybe I'll like get some licensed music or whatever. Everyone's saying, hi, Minnie. Okay. We have almost 100 entries. Hashtag. Someone said hashtag cats are awesome. All right. Okay, I think we're good. Let's draw. All right, drum roll. Woo! And the winner is Megan Fox. Woo! You are the winner. Amazing. I love the confetti here. And they have it in my brand colors. Congratulations. You have won the body care, the winter body care set. Yes, everybody wish her a congrats. Love it. You guys are the best. All right. Let me take a quick little screenshot here so I can remember. And just send me an email so we can get you set up with all this. I am leaving for New Jersey in like a day, so I'm going to try and mail out as many of these as possible so you all can get them ASAP. Okay. So let me just put this here. I'm going to put my email in there so you can get in touch with me, Megan. Oh, good night, Lizette. She has to be up at 4:30. Oh, my goodness. Good night. We appreciate you joining. We appreciate it. All right. Let's finish things up here with the eyeshadows. Or should we go to the lips? There's so many here. Let's go to the lips because we talked about eyeshadows for a while. Okay, so for lips, we have the Prada lipsticks. This is going to Selfridges. We have the Prada lipsticks. And I'm trying to think if I bought any this year. I don't think I've purchased any new colors, but I've actually recently really been enjoying this shade. Is it here? Oh no, these are the Hyper Matte. You know what? I've actually been using the soft matte ones a lot more this year as opposed to the Hyper Matte. I like these if I'm kind of like going out somewhere and I want more of like a long wear type of situation. But maybe what I would say is that the soft matte have kind of dethroned this because I love the shade Granado. That's the shade that I've been wearing the most. Like I took that to Paris with me and I wore it like several days in a row. And they're great to use as blush also. And then another one that I had on my list that I've been using more are these, the Merit ones, just because they're so similar. They're so similar. And actually this shade right here, which is called Power, I just received this one. I think I bought Vermilion, which is the warm red. And then I recently got in PR this one, Power, which is the cool red. And it is such a beautiful shade. I did like an Instagram reel / YouTube short with this if you want to see what it looks like on me for like a holiday type of look. And I think that these are really good. I hate the word dupe, but they're a really good affordable alternative to the Prada. And I guess the Prada packaging feels a little bit weightier, but I think the formula is just so similar that I've been collecting most of these shades as opposed to collecting the Prada ones. There has to be a shade that I really want for me to go and buy more because I got a couple and I'm kind of all set. But I would love to know what you guys think. Maria says, I like the Merit lipstick in Baby. Oh, that's like the nude one, I think. Heather says, I only own Merit Baby, but I thought about the Christmas set so hard. Oh, the Christmas set was really good. I wish that it was still in stock. I wish they had that all the time. Karen says, I got my first one last week and I like it just as much as the higher end. Okay. Yeah, that's kind of how I feel. It's like, all right, well, they're pretty similar. I like it. I like them both. If this one's cheaper, I tend to like recommend that better or recommend that more often rather. Okay. Some of you are saying you need Prada Beauty in Canada. Is it not in Canada at all? Or is it, oh, nobody in Canada sells Prada makeup, I don't think. What? You're kidding me. How rude. We need to get you some Prada. Do they have it at the Prada boutiques? Oh my gosh, you guys have a lot of comments here. Jen says, does anyone recommend that 4 lipstick set in the Prada case? I know a lot of people have ordered that. Sharda says, I ordered the Prada mini set as a Christmas gift. That's a really cute Christmas gift, especially because like a lot of our friends and family, they might not have as much makeup. Like I will give makeup to my family members because they don't really go shopping for that all that much. Jen says, Merit matte lipsticks were my favorite of the year. Obsessed with them. Yeah, they're one of my favorites as well. I think they're my favorite matte lipstick. I also like the Hermes matte lipsticks that they came out with this year. Those are really good. Francine says she loves the Merit Satin. Mama Bear 04 says the Hyper Matte Prada in Note is gorgeous. Ooh, which one is that? Let's look it up. Note. Oh, this one. That does look nice. Oh, you're speaking my language. This looks good. Don't tell me this. I like this color. Oh, wow. It's like a beautiful sort of it's like a burgundy, but it's a little bit more, slightly more brown. Wow. That's gorgeous. I must resist. Jane says, I like the Prada and the Dries Van Noten. The Dries Van Noten ones are so good. What is cross-border shopping? Is that one of those things that this is for Nadine's Canadian friends. Is that one of those things where like they buy it in the US, but then they ship it to you, a service like that? Because I know some of my subscribers use those things. Oh, Francine, Merit L'Avenue. Oh, that is such a good shade. That's a really good one. That's very good. Holly says, have you tried the new NARS? I haven't tried the new NARS. I heard it's good, though. I heard it's good. Kathy says, we need to get it from Selfridges. Oh, okay. Amy says, I'm really enjoying the holiday set. I hope they come out with more lip blush shades. Oh, yes. So in the Merit holiday set, they had a new formula called lip blush. And it's kind of an in-between of the satin and the matte. And I agree. I hope that they do that. Like, why would they launch that if they weren't going to do it? I know that they have more new things coming out. Like, I know about the flush bombs. And then they have told me that they have new things coming out, but they don't tell me what it is. I'm not special enough for that. I don't get that intel, but I know they're coming out with more new things for like Q1 for spring. Evie goes, that is rude. Yes, I know. I know. Carry On says, I've been indulging in high-end niche fragrances lately. Dangerous. I think you and everybody else, because that's been one of the biggest growing categories of the year in beauty in general. Nadine says that Chanel lipstick in the glass case is beautiful. I haven't tried those, but they are. Like, I've checked them out at the boutique. Indeed. Okay, so Holly says, what is the difference between the Prada formulas? So this one right here is the Hyper Matte. This is like a long wear matte formula. When you put it on your lips, it's very creamy, and then it kind of dries down a little bit. It almost forms this like, this sounds gross, but it kind of like forms this like perfected film, and then it just stays put. I don't think that they're drying. I think it's a really cool formula, actually. That's why they're in my best of from last year, because I just thought the formula was so unique. So I would say, like, if you're looking for a red lipstick that stays all day, or if you're looking for that perfect, nude, I would recommend taking a look at these. I think that these are good when you want something that's very long lasting, that's going to just kind of make your lips look very perfect. Whereas the other matte lipsticks, the soft matte, see if I can get to it here. Beauty. The soft matte lipsticks. Of course, the lip balm is at the top. I don't recommend the lip balms. Okay, here we go. Soft matte. These are kind of like the Merit matte ones. They have a very kind of lightweight, it's almost like if you've touched like a soft clay, like they're matte, but they're creamy. It's like a very lightweight cloud-like formula. It gives you more of like a blurred effect, you know, sort of what's very popular in Asian makeup, how they have that kind of like blurred lip. It's sort of like that type of formula. Let me see if I can, and this is the shade that I really like. Granado. This bright red, except when you put it on and sheer it out, it's not as bright. See that? That photo, I feel like kind of tells what I'm saying. It blurs, whereas the hyper matte is like a saturated color that's just like locked and loaded. This is just kind of like a soft, creamy, blurry type of formula. Justine says the blue lip balm is the only good one in the balm formula. Oh, interesting. How would you describe the different ones? I would like to know. Butterlight. Do these mattes ever dry out your lips? They don't dry out my lips, but what I have found as being somebody that reviews a lot of makeup is that a lot of people just don't like matte lipstick. And so if you're somebody that doesn't normally like matte lipstick, then I would go with the soft matte or just don't wear matte lipstick. I feel like I review things all the time that I don't think they're drying, and then people complain and tell me they think that they're drying, but they're just matte. So that's what I would say. If that's something that's like a huge concern, I would get the soft matte. And those are the ones that I see being a little bit more popular. Yes, Yaima says only 3 left. Yeah, exactly. Seems like it's a popular color. But yeah. Yunha says soft matte feels more like an airy velvet. Yes, that's a great description of it. Yes, exactly. Let me see. Yes, she also says hyper matte is more pigmented. That is exactly correct. Some of you are talking about Merit. Karen says, I think Merit has some of the best sets, options, and prices. They had great marketing this year. One thing sells out and they added another product. Like now they have a lipstick set with 4 shades. They do? Yeah, I think they did a really good job. I do. Because like so much of what they have, I think is a pretty reasonable price. And then a lot of it is customizable as well. And I think that that's great because people just want value. They don't want to have to buy a set and then they don't use half the things. So I appreciate that. Okay. How do they compare to Lisa Eldridge Velvets? I think that her velvets, I'm trying to describe this. I feel like that formula maybe is a little bit thinner. I think that the Prada ones, it's hard to explain. Like the hyper matte dries down and it just has this really unique soft touch that doesn't transfer. Whereas I feel like the Lisa Eldridge ones, they stay a little bit more creamy, so they transfer a little bit more. I go for the Prada when I want something very long lasting. Like if I were to go to like a dinner party or somewhere where I'm going to be like, drinking and eating, I would wear the Prada Hyper Matte. I think that Lisa Eldridge just does fabulous shades. I love the colors that she comes up with. Like I usually wear a Lisa Eldridge lipstick when I'm like, oh, I want to wear that one color that's really special to me. Obviously, the formula is good, but I think more about Lisa when it comes to the colors. But that's just me. Oh, I should mention I haven't tried the new Lisa Eldridge ones, just the velvet ones. But you asked about the velvet, so that's okay. Yeah, I answered your question. Yeah, I haven't tried the new ones, but they look so good. I do want to try them eventually. Real quick, let's see here. I know there was a lot of like limited edition ones. So I had quite a few lipsticks on here. I want to highlight the Dior. I really don't think anything has dethroned these for me. I still love, is it sold out? No, hold on, where is it? The Shimmer Hazelnut. Are you here? It might not be on Sephora. Shimmer Hazelnut is my favorite. And this one as well, Bronzed Glow, that came out for, was it the summer this year? I love these. These have not been dethroned for me at all. I love them. I know not everybody likes plumping glosses, but I just really like these. I don't buy lip glosses all that much. I've been using more like the YSL Love Shine. I'll use something like that or the Candy Glaze. Or if I'm going to go for a lip gloss, I go with this. So I haven't really been buying many glosses this past year. It's really just been the Dior. What do you guys lean more towards? Do you like more of like a satin lipstick, a gloss, or more of like a glossy balm, like the YSL Love Shine, for example? ECB says Dior Addict glosses are nice. A lot of you guys are talking about Lisa Eldridge lipsticks. Lisette says the Makeup by Mario balms are so good. Not too glossy. Where'd you go? Not too glossy, but so glowy. I like those too. And every time I wear one of those on camera, people ask me what is on my lips every single time because they do make the lips look so beautiful. And they have the light reflecting particles. Tyga says the glossy balm, the Hourglass ones. Oh, like the one that was in the gift. The Phantom Gloss. The Phantom Gloss. Sharda says satins are always classy. That is true. That is true. Karen says, I like the Dior Lip Maximizer with the shimmer. Wick says, I love it all the lips, all the lippies. Doris says, Makeup by Mario and Merit lipsticks. Yes. Yaima says, Dior 100 is one of my favorite nudes. I think that one is nude look, if I'm not mistaken. Sharda, the Celine looks divine on you. Oh, thank you. I can't wait for them to launch new shades. I really like that one. I really like that. I think I missed a couple comments here. Padma says, Armani lip glosses are amazing. Oh, Tarsky says, totally fell in love with the new Armani lip gloss in shade 07. No plumping, but amazing. Ooh, which one is that? Is that the one that I have? Now I need to know. You said in the shade 7. I think I have this one, Honey Gleam. Oh, Nude Glow. Interesting. I do like the look of that. These are certainly very glossy. Very glossy. Holly says, yes, the Armani are fantastic. Talita says, Chanel lipstick is always my favorite. Which one? All of them? I really like the Rouge Coco Bloom. I think that might be my favorite formula. But they came out with some colors last year in the Rouge Coco Baum, was it? I think it was that I really like. And those were on my best of as well. The Dylan girl says Spike Valentino Red Fiesta is fabulous. Ooh, Red Fiesta. Justine says, yes, Nude Glow is the best. Kathy says, Sophia, what are your favorite pure red lipsticks? I like that Prada one in Granado. I also like the other Prada red one in the Hyper Matte. I also really like Lisa Eldridge Velvet Ribbon. I like the new Celine one. So good. That one's so good. I like, I'm thinking of lipsticks because I have glossy ones as well. Probably would go with one of those if I had to choose. Oh, I like the RMS in Ruby Moon. That one's really good. A little bit more comfortable than some of the other matte ones. And I have an Hermes one in like an orangey red. I like those too. Sharda goes Valentino 508. I'm sure I'm missing one and I'm going to be like, oh man, I missed that one. Oh, Charlotte Tilbury. Is it Red Carpet Red? I like that too. Rebecca B goes, Prada Granado is in my cart. It's really good. If I wore that color in my Paris vlog, I want to say. In the photos, the photo shoot I did with my mom in Paris, that is the color that I'm wearing. And you'll see, it's just like a really nice soft red. Holly goes, Chanel or Armani gloss? I think the Armani is a little shinier, but I like the thicker formula of the Chanel personally. I like that a little bit more. Kim says, what is your favorite from Guerlain? See, here's the thing. I forget the names because I thank you for reminding me. I do have a lot of reds from Guerlain, but I forget the names of them. Let's go to lipstick. Ooh, wow. Look at the new one that they've got. Oh, I didn't even know this was available. We talked about this in the last live. Let's click here. Where's the lipstick? This is just the case. Usually when you click on it, oh, I guess you just click here. Choose a shade. Red. So which ones do I have? So these ones with the marble are really nice. I don't have this one. I think this is the new one, but they did this like 2 years ago, and these are really good. But I usually like the matte ones. I think it's this one that I have. Le Rouge Profonde Velvet. Honestly, you can't go wrong with the Guerlain reds. Like, look how many there are. I know I have a burgundy one. It might be this one, Le Rouge Bordeaux. There's so many. And then they're all in the cases, so then I get them mixed up, unfortunately. So takes me a second to find the one that I like. Carrie says she recently got Maximal Silky Matte in Russian Red. Oh yeah, Russian Red is like a classic, right? Butterlight says the Guerlain for Lunar New Year is a great drop. Yeah, those marbled satin lipsticks are really good if you want something that's like a little bit easier because it's not going to be like that saturated red. Wendy says Clé de Peau have wonderful red lipstick. Is it the ones that are like the diamond formula? Because I've always wanted to try those. Maria says, I had a no buy on lip products this year, but I really want to try the Valentino spikes. Yes, I heard that those are good. I heard those are good. I mean, it's Valentino, so like, of course they're going to have a good red. Of course. Jen Wu says, I think Lisa Eldridge Red Ribbon is stunning. It's such a good color. I like that stark, like bright red. So good. ECV says, those videos with your mom in Paris were so much fun. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you liked them. I got so many good comments on those. I have a lot of people that tell me that my vlogs are their favorite videos, which means a lot to me because they don't get as many views, but I do have fun making them. And I try and make them entertaining and visual, but thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Some of you guys like Velvet Duchess. You like Velvet Jazz. I have, oh, what's the dark one that I like? Velvet Decade. That's the one that I like. Ooh, I wore that on New Year's last year and it was so good. Oh, everyone's like, I love the vlogs. Sharda says, waiting on Christian Louboutin to make a red. How do they not have a red? So good. Everyone's saying Valentino spikes are so good for a matte, not drying at all. The Dylan girl says, the Spike Valentino lipsticks are my, all caps, best of the dozens of lipsticks in my collection. What? How have I not tried these? Maybe I will add that to my list, everybody. I will have to add that to my list. Oh, Chic Brooklyn Beauty, Velvet Cinnabar. That is such a good shade. I love that shade because it's a little brown. I need to pull that out. I think I have a little curation of seasonal lipsticks over there. I need to make sure that I'm showing them some love. I have to put things out where I can see them because I have so much. It's just like, it gets overwhelming. So, all right. Thank you guys. You know, I think it's time because it's like 10 o'clock and I haven't eaten dinner. So we're going to do the last giveaway. We're going to do the last giveaway, which is actually, let me just pull up a photo of it so you all know what it is. This is what we are going to be giving away as the, oh, I'm not even sharing the tab. Here we go. As the grand finale, the Current Body LED Light Therapy Face Mask Series 2. This is the one that I use all the time, several times a week. Yeah, if you missed the beginning, we're giving one of these away. And thank you once again to Current Body. This isn't sponsored, but they are a really good partner. And I asked them, hey, you know, would you be willing to do a giveaway with my subscribers? And they were like, of course. So they are kindly donating this to this giveaway. And whomever wins this, I'm going to they're going to ship it directly to you. So it's going to come from Current Body. So should be fine. It'll go directly to you. One less thing for me to ship. And yeah, so thank you, Current Body. Really appreciate it. I know a lot of people, they don't like sponsored videos and that kind of stuff. I only work with brands that I truly, really like and that I think my subscribers are really going to like. And you can see right here, you know, a lot of these brands are ones that I've like worked with in some capacity or I've received gifting. And so I just want to be able to, in that same vein, give it back to you guys as well. And so I'm going to try and get more stuff to do more giveaways in the future, but thank you, Current Body, for this. I'll stop blabbering on. So I think what we will do here, let's see, what word do we want? Let's do, hashtag mask. Okay, hashtag mask is going to be the hashtag. So get that in, and I'm going to set this up. Set it up. This was so fun. I want to do more giveaways now because this is so much more fun than me just like making you guys comment on a video. All right, get it in, everybody. Hashtag mask. I'm going to start collecting comments now. I like that it collects the comments, like no matter when you put it in, like it just looks for that word. Okay, there we go. Let's go. Let's go. Who is still awake? Who is still awake? Let's go. I'm glad we did multiple ones throughout the live just in case some people weren't able to stay until the end. But we have a lot of people that did stay. So thank you all. Really appreciate you joining today. Let's go. And we had a special little guest appearance from Minnie. Francine says, this has been so much fun. I agree. I've had a lot of fun. Hopefully you found this entertaining. I was hoping you guys would like this topic. Any other topics that you want, just leave me a comment after this live is over because I am taking note. I have a running list. Oh, we got 86. Can we get it up to 100? Can we get it up to 100? Let's see. Let's go. Somebody's going to have amazing skin in 2025. Whoever wins this, please use it and let me know how you like it. I always like to hear from you guys. A lot of you purchased this holiday season. And if you already have this mask, if you happen to win it, just let me know because we can probably get you the one for like the neck and décolleté if you happen to already have it. So you can still enter this giveaway. I'm still getting things, so I'm going to wait a second. Sips tea. Good, Holly Lou goes, booyah. Let's go. Okay. I see more. I think this thing needs to refresh because we definitely have a lot now. Let me refresh this. Okay. It's like it's collecting more. Oops. There we go. Oh no, it refreshed. Okay, type it in again, guys, just in case. If you already submitted it, submit it again because I think I messed it up. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay, we're getting them in again. We're getting them in. It's refreshing. Sometimes it gets stuck, and last time I refreshed it and it showed me the new number. Okay, good. We're good. I'm gonna wait another few seconds. I'm sorry this is so drawn out. But literally, I want everybody to have a fair chance to win. And at least you know right away if you won. You don't have to come back and check or anything like that. Let's try and get it up to at least 90 like we had before. I'm seeing some cat emojis. At least when I click draw, whatever we're at that moment, it's going to pull it in because it has to. Okay, perfect. I see a lot of you guys resubmitting. Good. Now we have even more submissions. Perfect. Thank you. Thank you for bearing with me here. It's my first time using this tool. And it's definitely going to be used again. Okay, fantastic. Are we ready? Okay. Let's do it. Let's do this. I see a couple last minute entries. All right. Ready? Drum roll, please. The winner of the current body LED V2 mask is... Who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be? Let's go. Let's go. And oh, what a cute little... I love your little icon there. Congratulations. You are the winner. Oh, you're going to be even more beautiful in 2025 with this beautiful skincare device. I put mine back in the little pouch. But I am so excited for you. Yay. We will do more of these. Don't worry, guys. So, I mean, it's all in good fun, right? So let me just make sure you send me an email. If I don't respond right away, it's probably because I'm like eating dinner. But I will get back to you. So shoot me a little email here at sophia.sees.beauty@gmail.com. Elizabeth goes, let us know how it works. Let me know how you guys liked this live. If you have a second, if you're at your phone or whatever, let me know how you like this topic, and feel free to let me know what you want to do for the next live. I'm thinking maybe the 23rd of maybe on Monday, or do you guys want it like during, I can't talk right now. So I'm thinking of doing the next one during the day, maybe on Monday, if people have off, or perhaps on Christmas Eve, and maybe doing, we could do like a Christmas makeup look, or maybe like a full face of favorites from 2024. So do me a favor and like put in the chat what you would like to see, and maybe let me know what day and time of day works for you, because with the holidays, like, I'm just not really sure when people would prefer. So if you're watching the replay or after this, pop it in the comments for me. Oh, thank you, Sour and Sweet. She said, don't forget to like this video. Yes, please like it. If you popped in a little bit late, don't forget to like this. It really does help me out. It really does. The likes. I know it sounds so stupid, but YouTube looks at the likes, and that's what they determine on, how to push out your video. So if you've forgotten, feel free to just give me a little thumbs up. So it seems like you guys like it. Daytime would be fine. Kids are off from school, but I still try to watch. Okay, yeah. I think a lot of people sort of are taking off work, those couple of days. So I'm thinking maybe a daytime one would be good. Kathy goes anytime. Monday is great. Christmas Eve or Christmas dinners. Yeah. Daytime on Monday. Yeah, because I should be home in New Jersey. It'll be live from New Jersey, like the Black Friday one. That one was super fun. Okay, well, we've been here. Yes, exactly, Janet. I think a lot of people will be traveling on Christmas Eve. That's kind of what I thought. Or you might celebrate Christmas Eve like Christmas, because a lot of people do that too. What lipstick am I wearing? I'm not wearing any lipstick, actually. It's mostly worn off. I have the Lisa Eldridge lip liner in the shade 2C. And then I have this extremely light RMS lip oil in the shade Amber, which is like just a little bit more nude than my actual lip color. So that's what I have on. Okay. Thank you guys so much. Thank you. All right, everybody. Well, it's been about 3 hours here, and I am tired, but I'm so excited for you all. So if you want anything today, please send me an email, like this video, comment down below. Let me know what you thought of it. Any, future live ideas, let me know. And I will see you next time. Thank you so much for joining. I had an absolute blast, and you guys made it even more fun. So good night, and I will see you in the next live. Goodbye.